The light of a giant arcane lighthouse swivels over the brass-tiled rooftops of Chariot, over the church district, and through the stained glass into the solarium of a certain priestess of Helios, who is sitting at her study, checking some reports on a crystal pane. We hear a light knock on her door as her assistant gingerly walks into the room carrying another stack of crystal plates. Mistress, I brought you news about the eye. It's good news. She takes over the stretched out report, looks over it. This is good news. Once the Iron Titan is complete, the light of Helios will be with us once more. Good. Anything else? Yes, mistress. The transporters, they have recently returned to this capital. Would you like me to arrange their arrest? Or perhaps something more final? No, I don't think that will be necessary. We see the camera pan over the table where her discarded report lies. The text on it, white against orange reading. Sylph 08239, prisoner transport. Destination, Mermago. Previous in our session, the still unnamed adventurers have not done much. You've just got discharged from the hospital that saved the life of Bobby, and traveled back to the capital to get back to your ship. You picked up Greaves' job by phone, decided that since you failed your transport mission and there seems to be no way to recover it, you will at least make some money off of prisoner transport. You had some crucial conversation on the way there about the job you've just done and the morality of the job you're intending to do. Miles seems to have connected with his bloodline a little bit stronger, summoning blades of shadow to, well, make sure he can cut enemies who are staying away from him. And we know, being a little bit more of a why null today, or how null, went to a temple of Raven Queen to search more answers as to the nature of death and necromancy and what is he to do with you guys. There was a quite one-sided conversation between him and the unnamed cleric, but he came off with a little book and a little bit of reading for the adventure ahead. Your ship has become prettier and more detailed than it ever has been before. As you loaded the holding cells into the cargo hold, with 4 individuals you are supposed to transport. And yeah, you undocked, went through the export procedures with the cargo you're currently carrying, and headed off towards the edge of the Helios system to begin your jump. I believe you had plans to have one person always being in the cargo hold watching the prisoners who I am returning to the map, as I was let me bring you the ship as I was fixing it a little bit. So yeah, please tell me, or more like just put yourself around the ship, so that I can be aware of where you are and what you're doing, and if there are any like last moment things you'd like to discuss or do during your departure, please tell me.
Can I flash back to us purchasing? I'm not sure how good Grief's connections are. So either a normal drone with an observation suit add-on, or
What's a normal drone?
what's it called? Stalker? I need to
Stalker?
open the PDF.
I think.
No, I need to open the PDF. Sorry.
Yeah, Stalker is the default TL form.
I think that is the default one.
Yes.
So maybe. Can I find Stalker, please?
Was observation?
Or I'm not sure if we have access to that through him, maybe, or a Ghost Walker. Those are usually like,
yeah.
I
So
think,
let's
behind some
put it
barrier.
like this. Ghost Walker will require you a little bit more than a flashback. It will be more of a tiny, well, not necessarily an adventure, but getting a little bit more in with Grief, because this stuff is slightly more off the market
No,
than he's willing
it's
to
often
just
more off the market than
yeah.
the weapons
yeah.
he also does. Okay.
Let's
In
basically
that
say
case,
that
I
he
think-
says like, if you return with mission well complete, we can talk about this Ghost Walker.
Yeah, let's buy a Stalker with an observation suit.
Sure.
Which is only 250. Do we want anything else on there, guys? Just for this mission particular, we can still modify it afterwards with additional fittings and so on. You see anything you want on there? What's extended flight?
So from Grief, Stalker with Observation 1 will cost you 1500.
Mm-hmm. How long do they last? Maybe we can buy 2 of them.
If you don't have the station keeping, then I think it's like an hour per battery. It's somewhere in...
Only.
Ooh. Let's see, it was somewhere. Drones consume 1 type A power cell for every hour of use.
Oh, station keeping sounds perfect, actually.
Yeah, like you can also like you don't have to go for station keeping because it's kind of well, it's automated. Like if you want it to be more active, then you can go for environmental power or just to get like extra. There's like some additional battery pack, I think. Extended flight.
Environmental power is a little too expensive, I think, for what she's gonna do.
But basically, the difference is like station keeping. It's like it's same as an active passive scanner, so it works.
What is extended flight? 250.
Basically, second battery.
Yeah, we can get that more than once technically. It can carry max of 3 fittings.
Yeah.
How about station keeping, extended flight, and observation suit together? Normal price would no on a normal one, on a Stalker. Normal price for that would be 2,500. Grief is gonna charge us
just 20% at 20% on top of that.
Okay.
Also, reminder that you cannot replace fittings on a drone. They're like integrated basically.
Can you add on them later on?
If you have free space, yes, but you're currently filling it out. But then again, to be fair, like this kind of money is like, if it makes your job easier, it's worth it.
It definitely, it's 3K, it's okay.
Swapping fittings doesn't ruin the drone anyway. You can take them on and off. Do you need a workshop or?
According to the rules, it says you can't.
Yo, you can't at all, so they're fixed.
Flight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Observation.
So we took the observation one.
And station keeping. That way, even if one of us dozes off or doesn't do a very good job, it'll automatically ping some suspicious activity that Dalu can program it for. And that's a decent drone to have.
It will definitely come in
Yeah,
handy, and you
cheers.
can use it to like scout and stuff like that. It does have like 2-kilometer range.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like that.
And now it flies for 2 hours, I think, right? With the 2 batteries before
Yes,
we
it
need
can
to
fly
quickly
through 2
swap them.
hours. Yes.
Yeah, and then in the yeah,
And
that's
you
just
have so many batteries.
and we can just recharge them anyway, right?
And then
It's
like,
easy.
and I'm just imagining like during like long flight, Lens is just like sitting at the bridge, and like people have like this thing to like train their wrist while they're just bored, and you're just like pumping the generator while you're doing this with telekinetic powers.
There's actually a thing I bought for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like instead of
That is
doing
the
the hand
exact
grip,
thing,
you're
yeah.
just like pumping the generator.
Yeah. It's a
Like
nice way
flexing your
to
psychic powers.
get rid of some boredom. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's nice.
All right, anything else?
That's all from me.
Yeah, just on the topic of buying stuff, I didn't get much, but I got like some non-lethal ammo, and I got one of those projectile shield attachments. But the drone would be a flashback. Do we actually have time? Was there time before we left, or would this be a flashback as well? Picking up some attachments?
No, it doesn't matter. Right now, like you're not in combat, you're not doing anything dangerous.
Mhm.
So like right now, you can flashback as much as you want.
Yeah, but it would be a flashback, would it? Like,
Sure.
have we left? It
Well,
would. Okay.
It doesn't matter. Like
It doesn't cost you anything.
yeah, unless
No
you wanna,
stress.
unless you need a couple days, it doesn't matter.
Because I have used up a lot of my system strain before.
It doesn't
So
Oh,
cost
but
you.
it's
on my
free
mind.
now, so yeah.
It's free right now. so
Oh, it's free.
easy.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
It's
then.
only in combat when it costs, is what you just
Ah,
said.
I see.
Well, not only in combat, it costs when like if you're
When it's
just
appropriate.
if you're preparing for something, it's fine. If like
Oh, yeah,
crap,
okay.
we are in a situation now we really want this thing that we didn't think about before, then it costs something.
Perfect. Yeah, that's all I got then. That's fine.
What do I need to? Did you pay from your personal funds?
Yeah,
Should I
personal. It
subtract?
was. Yeah, no, I personal
Okay.
links.
Also, please remember or mind it that I don't remember. Like I think the silencer that you had. I think silencer has like a fixed cost. But if an attachment has like a percentage cost and you're moving it from a cheaper gun to a more expensive gun, you do need to like pay the difference in cost to basically like retrofit it to a more advanced version of the attachment.
Right. Okay.
Because otherwise it would kind of like, like you buy a cheap one and then put it onto the most expensive gun.
Yeah. By the way, I have it written down as just on the ship. Maybe we could add it to the sheet. But you know that EMP sniper rifle Bobby built?
Anti-drone, it's not EMP. It's just anti-drone.
Anti-drone.
Yeah.
I guess that'd be in the ship inventory now, would it?
Yes, I put it under useful equipment.
Yeah.
Alright, that's fine. Well, that's it.
Alright. Anybody else? No?
What's the current market rate on bunny cages?
1 credit. No, 5 credit.
I buy bunny cage.
Wonderful. I bought a bunny cage. Great. Where was I? Yes, Lucas, Miles, Robert, Miles.
No,
Wonderful.
I'd probably bond with Kartoffel, trying to get yes or no, like asking a bunch of yes or no questions, because I know she or he or it can't answer back with
It's a
other-
she.
It's a she.
Yeah,
It's a she. Okay, so she. So called.
Yeah, making just like a charisma check.
Talk.
Actually, make me talk with wisdom. Yeah, make me talk with wisdom.
With wisdom.
It's more about you're gonna be trying to learn her to read her body language. Oh wow!
13.
Yeah, you bond with her very well. This is actually like really interesting. Like, you ask for consent, like, hey, do you mind if I pet you? And she's like, yeah, sure, fine.
Yeah,
Like,
things
after a
that she
while,
likes.
yeah, like you're like, this here good, this here good, this here good. Turns out she's up for a lot of things, very adventurous cat chase. She gets on your knees, and like here you find out that thankfully she's short-haired enough that she doesn't shed too much, but she does occasionally shed feathers because she has wings, you
Okay.
know. You also find out that she's very interested in what is currently going on in the med bay, and she was quite disappointed about Winill's latest purchase. She thinks bunnies are better free range, but well,
They taste better free range or what?
no, just like no, it's better to have free range bunnies.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, Robert, did you want anything to do? Say? No? All right. Okay. So, yeah, in that case, your ship heads off away from Helios and towards... Actually, I'll get back to transit screen for a moment. And towards the edge of the system, which I believe takes you a day to reach the edge. Because it counts a region transfer. Actually, like a day and 3 hours, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
And considering what Robert has told you, you all feel very tense during this transfer period because although you are in the Helios system, which is well defended, this is one of the very likely times when somebody could try and intercept your ship, being in free transit and not jumping yet. So you make sure to stay on comms and watch the prisoners. And actually, are you staying on comms?
How do you mean?
It's either Watanabe or Dalu, right?
I guess I was in the rooms. I suppose, yeah, just sit on comm, yeah. I mean, Watanabe can too, but he's worse.
I have a
Dalu.
question again about the plans you had made in the session I wasn't there for, like keeping check on our prisoners. Because, I mean, the drone will certainly help with that, and we have cameras and the drone can listen. So technically no one has to be in there apart for patrols. But do we have a system?
One thing Miles was saying, so we have to be careful not to speak when we're in the room, the cargo room. And then, yeah, I think the idea was one person. Or
on
there was
comms.
talk of two at one point. But yeah, one person on comms and then one in the room, I think.
I was talking more comms in terms of scanning for other ships.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
I think that was the plan.
In that case, do run me a scan.
Are we passively or actively?
And yeah, tell me if you're doing that actively or passively.
It's better that we won't.
Passive.
It is. I'll be in character. It's probably better that we do not detect anyone than they detect us. So, passively, I think.
In that case, roll it with a -1.
-1. And
it's program intelligence as usual.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, wow, 11, wonderful.
Nice.
And just roll a general. Yeah. So you, Dalu, are quite busy because in such a high traffic, heavily populated system as Helios, especially since you are living Chariot, there's a bunch of ships around, trading ships, luxury ships, patrol ships. You get a feeling you are catching pretty much everything around, and you barely have enough time to scan the ship and see what they have. Are they on intercept with you? Are they weaponized? Are they not? But you believe that like you believe that nobody is following you or anything. That's what you believe so far. Also, I would like those of you who believe that they would have done this, as in pretended to, pretended around the prisoners so as not to divulge any unnecessary information, to make me a charisma perform or talk perform check.
For what exactly? For keeping quiet?
For preventing prisoners from getting a read on you. As you were observing them, and I've given you information about them, so they were observing you.
I think that might be just all of us.
I don't
Up to
think
you.
I was. I'm flying. I don't think I'm much around them. Apart from
Oh,
like
yeah,
looking
yeah.
down on the cages occasionally. But
Yeah,
apart from
I'll
that-
definitely be there.
Well, if I'm on comms, then I guess not for me.
Well, but we're doing shifts. But okay.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
well,
we'll be doing shifts.
And we
I'll
were
roll
smart
anyway,
enough
you can
to
decide.
disguise
That's
ourselves,
fine.
right? We didn't do that. We just loaded them on.
Mhm.
Right? Look.
You wanna
I think
flashback to disguising ourselves?
it's too far
Too late.
back. I think two sessions too late.
Do I have it?
But I would like to at least. I mean, how long is the trip going to be? A few days, right? Like or
A few weeks.
weeks. Okay. So then, I guess I would like to cast the 10,000 senses on the one that's in the room with them.
Fair enough.
With
Yeah,
let's make it
we'll get to
hearing
that.
and
Don't worry. This is more of a
smell.
preliminary
Okay.
situation to set up everything. All right. Good to know. Yeah. So, as such, your first day passes without any interference. You do have to like respond a couple times to the soul patrols that you're good. Here's our cargo manifest. Here's our flight plan. All clear. Go on. It's like you don't even ever see their ships. It's more like at radio distance. It's all happening. Almost like you see them like somewhere far, a couple kilometers flying away from you. But nothing suspicious happens. And the prisoners themselves, over this first day, each of them behaves in a quite different manner. Let me get it back to the ship again for a moment. So the dwarf woman seems to be kind of like taking it the hardest. One moment. Yes, taking it the hardest as she kind of like paces her cell and occasionally just kind of like slumps on the bed, her face to the wall, or just like sits down and huddles her knees and just like sits like this. Like, oh my fucking god, what did I get myself into? The elderly elf just sits quietly in her cell, usually at the table, kind of like doodling on the table with like a spoon and a little bit of water, and meditates occasionally, but remains quite quiet and just observes you with this wise, all-knowing look as whenever you pass by or whichever one of you is currently having their watch. I'm gonna call her Grey Elf for now because I don't know what race she is and that's the color of her token. She, like after that first like encounter when she was like kind of like pacing her cell and watching you like bird of prey, she seemed to have gone into like a power conservation mode where she like spends half of the day just like meditating on her bed, like half sleeping, half meditating. And aside from doing that and eating and doing other business, she really doesn't. She doesn't even speak with you or seems to pay too much attention to you. The halfling is being a halfling. The first thing he did was take out all of the food supplies and like put them on the bed and like sort them out, and like it seems like he's making some kind of like a schedule for when he's gonna eat what. And like one time as you Mars are passing by, he kind of like sounds at you from the cage going, "Hey, what is your ship's rating drive? They've given..." No, wait. One moment. That's the wrong language.
That's Elvish.
Yeah, that's Elvish. Yeah, there we go. Hey, what is the drive rating of your ship? They have given us food for a month. I am wondering if I am supposed to ration, or if I can get a decent last meal. Really? Oh, fuck you too, mate. And gets back to his business. Right, yeah. So, in such a manner, you reach the edge of the system, and kind of like you lens see like on one of the dials on your ship as like the arcane gravitational pull of the island just like, goes into the green, and you're like, Robert, turn on the system drive, we can go.
Actually, before that, I'm gonna call a quick team meeting. Because, and I like bring up the current chart of the winds that we wrote here. So, I have a quick question, or rather, maybe suggestion, I'm not sure. Whoever wants these fall, I think we're somewhere where they can't hear, right? If we're upstairs and something like that.
We're either in the cockpit or the meeting.
Someplace they can't hear, basically.
As long as they're behind one of those, the main, what are they called? Well, the big doors. Isn't that it? Where bulkheads, we're safe.
Okay. I'm gonna say, whoever wants these four definitely or very likely has a lock on our ship. Not in the like, you know, they know when we departed probably. They probably know our system drive. They probably know when we're supposed to arrive where. This is when this particular funny wind here comes in. It's a dangerous one to ride and harder to chart than the other one we flew previously. I mean, it's not the exact same one, but you know, the sort of reverse version. It would cut our travel in half for this particular jump, but it's risky. My plan, or my thought rather, is that we mess with the time we arrive. We might have a better shot of not meeting anyone that wants to intercept us. I'm not sure if we do it this time or if we fly normally, because maybe they are at the checkpoint in Chita Ritalin or whatever, and they track us there, and if we arrive early they will just adjust the charts. But maybe for the second jump we could push the day limit, arrive a couple of days early, and slip by that way. Not sure if the first or the second one or both, but I'd rather just do one personally.
What are all the risks involved?
Well, if all goes well, none at all. The risks are if something goes wrong when catching the entry to a labyrinth wind. That could be a complete different destination. We lose a bunch of time. If we're very unlucky, we might even emerge in a place that doesn't technically exist and basically be stranded or dead. There are a lot of things that could happen. I don't think that's gonna happen, but you know.
What are the odds of us running into these risks? I don't like any of those options.
Never tell me the odds.
1 second. Any dice 3d6. Drop lowest. Hits 9. Count the code 1 second. Where is it?
Side note, that's the first time I've seen Lance hesitate. Usually he just says it's fine, and then something happens. So
He's quickly doing
I'm
some
really worried
napkin
now.
math right now.
I am doing some napkin math, so a 7 is enough for me. So that's like
It sounds like a 50-50 chance.
Carries a 6.
it's like 80-20 to do it successfully. 20% something goes a little wrong.
A little wrong,
Little.
like crash into an asteroid or what?
Yeah,
Dust
that's
or
the
escape
worst
island.
case scenario. Yeah, that's the very worst case scenario is catch an asteroid mid-flight.
And this 80-20 is to skip, as you said, push the day limit
Yeah,
and make a shortcut.
exactly. The chances of me failing this is like 90-10. Not failing, right? 90% success without pushing the course.
I'll be honest, I don't like that. One bit.
I'm holding your napkin mats upside down. Looking at it.
I mean, you decide, or rather the crew decide. I wanted to bring it up as an idea to potentially push the schedule and mess with who's trying to intercept us, but we needn't do this.
The thing is, we don't have a full picture of our situation, of course. We'll never have, but adding some more risk into this already risky mission seems...
I mean, it's adding
Risky.
risk to detract risk. More
How
or less.
much of a risk, though? Right? We don't have the full picture.
We don't know the second part, but
Exactly.
80-20 is something I'd personally take any day. I'd take a fucking 13-70, to be honest. Maybe 40-60.
Have you ever played Dwarvish Roulette?
No.
Well, I don't feel confident. Not in you, but in those odds. 80-20 sounds like some kind of book written by someone that's 20% of the trouble is 80% of the time, or something like that.
If no one else...
Anyone else? Yeah, but I would like to hear the rest of the crew's opinion.
I think we should do it.
On the first or the second?
Both.
Both.
I gotta agree with Bobby, but at the same time, this crashing into an asteroid is this sort of a out like a light instantly? I hope not, but I think taking the risk. Bobby's right. You gotta take a risk sometimes. That's how the hard men get by.
Come, look at it this way. Every single day that we're traveling is risk. And it continuously increases the risk and likeliness of something happening. If we don't know that anything is happening, I suspect there's something happening. I always do. So I'd rather cut down the days where things could happen. And I trust in Lance's skills. And also YOLO. This would be exciting. But that doesn't count. But I think we cut down travel time. If the first one goes wrong, we can Can still decide to not do it, but I would do both. 80-20, I've taken much worse chances. And I'm still standing.
Is there like a time limit on the whole thing?
Yeah.
Fuck.
But we are well below that one. That's not necessarily the issue, but we might need that if something goes wrong. In like most cases, if something goes wrong, it just costs you time. Maybe it's one system or another gets a little fucked with, but usually,
Like there's no other way we could go around.
no.
How easy is it to
Not starship.
run away from combat, fly away from combat in ship?
We are not particularly fast, nor particularly slow vessel, and it's mostly up to me, to be honest, if we get into that situation.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I'm confident I can beat most ships if it comes to that. If it's small fighters chasing us, it's a different story. They are at a large natural advantage.
What say you, Winner?
I don't know anything about flying.
No, about if taking the risk or not.
I mean, is it 20% something bad happens or 20% we're dead?
20% something bad happens, and then there's like a 1 in 36 that something really bad happens. But like 50% of the time, you know,
all the
a
time.
system gets fucked with, or you lose time, or you just lose time. If you're very lucky, it's also
The crew
just
might get
slower.
sucked out, or...
Maybe I detect the problem early enough. You know, and much like there's a chance of actually hitting an asteroid, there's also the chance of blind luck. I'm just doing it anyway, even if something goes wrong.
If we do this, then we get there earlier, or we get there
Earlier, 3
still
days.
take the same way.
Per
same road.
per time we do this, we are saving 3 days. It's gonna be 3 days instead of 6, basically, for each jump. So 6 total potential saved days.
Well, do you mind me asking you this then, Lance? Since you're the one that knows about this, and you're the one that's worrying about another party, right on, right? But what would be the chance that another party's ship could be at that place? You know, do we even need a rush? That's what I'm asking. Like, thinking about the ships, is there a chance they could get there before? You know, other ships could be there before us if they found out we left.
Yes, because they needn't come. They could already be there in advance and just abuse the. I mean, there are ways messages get across the entire system, right? If these are worth enough, then maybe someone just sends a message to someone that is waiting in. What was that system called? Miramar or something? Not quite.
So
That's why I suspect someone will be waiting, yes. Even if they can't catch us with their rating, which they probably also could.
might also be that they are the surprise.
Yeah, but even then it's better, right? Less days.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they need 15 days to work their way slowly out of their cell. And if they only have 12 days, they fail. That's how I see it. But you're the captain. Captain makes the choices, so we don't have to.
Well, I do appreciate always hearing the input and the thoughts behind.
Well, I think we've all made our positions clear, haven't we?
But I am convinced. Bobby made some good points. And I do trust your abilities, Lance, and your judgment. Sure, let's do the first one. We can decide about the later one on a later date.
That's good.
If something breaks, I can fix it probably.
Dan, I have a
Yes.
quick question.
He's
How
smiling too
many
much.
how many days do we when are we supposed to be there?
You
Exactly.
need to be there within a month, basically.
Of our depart, or of when? So like
Um,
19th of August of
You basically
July?
departed on like the last day you had to depart, so
Now we have a month
you
from
have a
there.
month. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a lot of time. Okay,
Yes.
so even if something goes wrong
Like
time-wise,
the mission was planned for somebody like with a rate 1 drive, which is why you're in a very good situation.
I don't think they can. Rate 1 can't do this mission. It's a 2-hex jump.
Oh right. Yeah, fair enough. Well,
It doesn't matter. Okay. And then I presume our rutters for this course at least are
Yes.
less than a month old,
Yes.
since we also traveled
yes.
it. Okay. So that would make it a 9, I think. Base, -1 for rudder, +1 for drill distance, +2 for trimming the course.
7, 9, -2.
-2?
Yeah, rotors less than a month old.
That's -1, right?
No, that's -2.
Oh, in the picture it says -1. I used the picture on Roll20 and it says -1. Oh, then it's even better odds. So they're way better now, the odds actually. Whew. If that works,
But you have
it's actually a 10% failure now. It's 90%.
Yeah, but you have to multiply the odds, I think.
Yeah,
Like,
I know, for both times,
Yeah,
technically,
so
for
it's-
the entire success. But
Huh, interesting. Maybe
So
it's
we
from
have
a
a
different game version.
180% chance to succeed.
it's now it's still at 80%.
So
still
yeah,
at
the difficulty is
80% for both.
basically 8, right?
Yeah, now it's 8 in that case. If that's a -2, that's fucking dope.
Because I think like the distance just like +1 per
Per
two
two full, yeah.
hexes, and you jump back 2. So yeah,
So it's
it is
8.
8.
Nice. Okay.
So normal
This
travel
will
would
go
be,
horribly wrong.
turbo travel would be
Right, you roll that. I'll go check what my dog is doing over there.
What did you want to say?
like the fast travel would save how many days? 2 each?
Fast
or
travel
more?
stays 3 days each, because we take
Yeah.
take 3 days per hex normally. So we
Yeah.
take 6 days for this jump, the first one, and 6 for the second. And trimming always cuts it in half, so it's basically 3 days, 1 jump, 3 days second. So 6 saved in total.
6 saved. Okay, and sorry again. Like the total trip time would be, if everything goes well and fast.
If everything goes well, it is approximately 8 days.
Instead of 14.
Instead of like 14,
Sorry
yes.
about it.
Yeah, that's
Alright.
that's something. Okay.
So, jumping.
Yes, but as you see Lance try and chart this second course,
Yes.
he's sort of he's all. I think that what the other crew members might notice is that quite frequently he sort of looks down at one of his hands with sort of a bit of nervousness. I'm not sure if he can quite expect the performance he used to expect from his other hand nowadays.
Yes.
But
Has
he
he
will
rolled
try.
2d6?
No. But
Oh!
I will use the failure if it is. If it's a failure, then I will use it for this. So let's see. No actually no modifiers. Just beat an 8. Doesn't
Do you
matter.
like pep talk him or something?
Easy game.
So I kind of like I'm missing the part about you 2d6, 3d6 that we talked about.
You asked, and I said that was the case for that last session.
Oh, how convenient.
When he was in that trauma, yes. It has been a while since that.
Yes, it's been like 3 days. Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful. Good to know. Good to know.
He is nervous about it.
Good to know
That's
that
all I'm
Lance
saying.
recovers very quick. Alright. Well, in any case, your calculations are. One moment. It's the. So, right. Yeah, okay. So you reach the edge of the system where you've actually entered Helios previously as you aim for Shitteriladin and hope that there's gonna be no trouble over there waiting for you in terms of pirates or civil war. But Lance, you do your calculations. You jump. You punch in the coordinates. You punch in the power. You send Robert the necessary settings to the drive as he is in the engineering department. You feel that whirring as the wings of your ship fold into the hull, and that moment where your ship kind of switches to internal power, then the fuel begins to burn, the capacitors overload as they discharge, and the slipstream drive spoons up, the giant arcane circles going up and down the crystal, spinning that cocoon of air around your ship as the bridge becomes concealed by this milky whirlwind around your ship and the shimmering of a shield protecting you from it. And you all brace for impact as winds grab your ship and begin with a lurch, carrying it, hopefully in a destination that you planned for and counted for and would like to reach. 5 minutes later, you acclimatize with the new speed, and you can, unbuckle the seat belts and walk around the ship comfortably once again, though still feeling the incredible speed and the change in direction that you are currently experiencing. But what do we have? 12, so 4 days, right?
What? No, trip is
Like saved or?
Oh, what do you mean? Travel
Travel
days
time,
are
yes.
3? Because it's usually 6, but then rushed is halved, right? So it's 3.
No.
We have yes.
Rushed increases your drive rating by 1 for the purpose of speed. So for the
What?
purpose of speed, it
Oh my
turns
God.
your drive 2 into drive 3, which means that the travel time of 12 becomes a travel time of 4.
I thought it was the same as the other rush, which in system just cuts it in half.
No, that's rushed activation. Here's your trimming the
No.
course.
I mean, like the one that is for in-system travel. I think there's a rush there too. I thought it was the same. One.
No. The in-system one is the same. It's also like +1 drive rating. The half time is only for rushed activation. Actually, it's not even half time. It's something different. Anyway, I just was reading the rules, so yeah. All right. Yeah, you have 4 days of transit. Where let's see, 20, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, so let's say 24th morning. Where you can do things. Yes.
So as soon as we start flying, I would like to ask Lance, like, this just seems fast to me, but if you wouldn't know what kind of drive we had, would you be able to tell from like the speed, the noise? Like, would you know if it's a fast ship or slow ship, or is there no way to tell?
Don, can I make a pilot
Make
check?
a pilot check, yes, with intelligence. Oh. With a 0.
Can I make that check as well, as I've been a mechanic on ships for a very long
yes.
time? It's straight no intelligence, or
Getting the shit rolled out of the way.
I'm gonna say for you it's gonna be fixed intelligence.
okay. Well, I appreciate that.
Right. So Lance, you'd say that Generally, you can find out the drive rating of the speed by just seeing how fast they get to a spot, which kind of how speed is calculated. Unless the ship is pretending to be slower than it is, but that's about all you know. I'm more about how to fly rather than how it works. Robert, if somebody gets close to you within scanning range, which is basically within the same region, and actually scans your ship, what they're doing primarily is scanning your drive signature, because it's not absolutely unique, especially because your ship is fresh, but it is fairly unique and tells a lot about your ship.
My question was more, would someone on the ship, just by observing the sound, vibrations, movement, know?
Asking for a friend in a cage.
Yeah. You think that unless they physically see your drive, it's extremely unlikely.
Okay.
Again, your ship is new, so it's not like whenever you jump it all goes like an old car, and the drives are far enough away from the cargo hold and have enough bulkheads that when you're working in engineering, you were plugs, because otherwise you're just gonna go crazy. But in a cargo hold, you hear the hum of it, you feel the vibration, but
and what are we doing to go faster? Are we overcharging the system, or just taking a more dangerous direct route?
You're taking a more dangerous route, yes.
All right, cool. That's cool.
It doesn't say it doesn't matter how exactly you do. Either you take a quicker route, a dangerous one, or you just find a faster wind to bring you there faster. But one of those generally, either speed or distance. Okay. I can do the castle run in 12 parsecs. Right. Where were we? Yeah, 4 days. So, anything you want to do? And please do tell me how you set up your observation of the prisoners.
Well, we did agree on 3-hour shifts of observing the video feed, and each half an hour, physically checking the, walking atop the.
Mm-hmm. So there is generally nobody is always present in the cargo hold.
No, but we do have the drone that picks up sound. So we have video and sound.
And it has really good video and really good sound.
We also have,
4
cameras.
additional cameras.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about that. I'm just asking whether there's anybody physically constantly present. And no.
No, there's a patrol once an hour. The guy that's on the cameras does a patrol.
I thought half an hour.
Sure.
It's good, so you don't get too bored. You can get up a little more often.
You're not wrong. It's true. You have something to expect to.
What? Let's see.
Speaking of, we did have stun ammunition, right?
I believe you bought it, yes.
Yeah, so my weapon will, I will carry, my weapon is loaded with a stun magazine.
Okay.
Just for clarification, but I do have sharp ammunition on my person.
Sure. Sharp.
I guess since you said it, I actually have the same because I bought Sting ammo as one of the stuff I bought.
Oh.
Do we have a shock baton for?
I think you had one you had from the previous mission.
For sure.
But to be fair, you have only 3 fighters basically, so that's good enough.
Excuse me. You're right.
Yes, I mean, unless you want to kinetically kill them, then 4, yes.
In melee, maybe I don't.
Talking about killing them, was there like a what do we need to do if we're boarded or something? Were there instructions to, I don't know, not keep them alive, or what's the plan B?
What
Like,
I
is
can
it better to? I'm just gonna say it because this group's crazy anyway. Is it better to kill them or hand them over, or doesn't it matter? Or
The first priority is to sorry, get into character. First priority is to secure our own safety, which means do whatever it means to secure our ship, its systems, and your life. Second objective is to secure the prisoners in their cells. Preferably, if they break out, then stun them, do not kill them. If you cannot do that without risking your own life, then kill them. We'll get cut off from this mission or whatnot, but it's better than losing your own life. And if we're boarded, depends on the circumstance, but of course, if it's hostile, then neutralize them so you can stun them. Again, if you feel confident to do so. If you feel too threatened, so shoot to kill.
I assume you're having this conversation not in the cargo hold.
Oh shit!
No.
Assume that any conversation that we have, unless stated otherwise, is always in a secure place, like the cockpit or
Yeah.
I mean,
toilet.
it is quite a sausage fest in the cockpit.
Our ship in general is quite a sausage fest. So.
Good thing we have a pussy on board.
I refrained from making that joke because I knew someone would say it.
See, Tal, even Lucas didn't stoop that low for a pun.
Oh, I'm terrible.
Tal, you be careful. Like, you're getting really close to dead jokes. Yeah.
You're not scaring me.
Like, I don't know what you were doing during your wedding, but watch out. Anyway, right. Yes. And who are the people that do patrol? Like, I assume Lance stays in the bridge unless he's going like to eat or pee.
Yeah, Lance is always flying, and we had the patrol between us four. When I mean us four, it's not Watanabe or Kartoffel. It's Dalu, me, Bobby, and
right. The important people, of course.
I think whenever I'm not on comms, when it's not my shift to be on comms to watch the cameras, Watanabe switches with me, and then back. But he doesn't go on patrol. He just fecks off. You know what I mean? He comes into the patrol so there's no one else without good programming.
Actually, would it be? Can I order my henchman Watanabe if he's not on the whatchamacallit? On the comms to be present in the storage room for, let's say, 4 hours on, 4 hours off.
Wait,
except or maybe I'm trying
alongside
to think about a schedule.
whoever's watching the prison.
Like, I'm not asking him to do something risky, right? Is that just like legally saying? Can I ask him to do that?
Yes, yeah, you can. At least for now, while he believes that the prisoners are not.
Yeah.
Too dangerous.
So what? Yeah. He's not gonna fight them, but. So
when he's not around, I'm gonna ask the captain. Do you think this is a wise idea?
I'm not.
Oh, you're actually gonna wait until he's not around. That's an improvement.
Yeah, that's an improvement. I'm not putting him solely in charge of one of the shifts, but strengthening one of our shifts with his presence is not a bad idea. If you
Agreed if he stays on the computers or on the arcanotech devices. I wouldn't let him get close to prisoners personally, but that's just me.
like the shift is done on the comms. Am I wrong?
Not only, the patrol is also in there.
But the patrol doesn't take too long. You just go around, check if they're in
Yeah,
their
but
cells.
do you walk between the cells for that? Which you probably do.
Hmm.
I'm just saying I wouldn't put that on Watanabe personally. Or put that as the wrong term, but trust him with that as the right one.
Well,
But
start
to what?
trusting him. He is one of our crew.
But that's what unpaid interns are for.
Exactly. Disposable. I mean,
To get us into
oh.
trouble, yes. Yes, that is what they are for indeed.
yeah. So
Fuck up.
Watanabe. Well, I will just order Watanabe to strengthen, because shifts are done within. Are we doing 4 hours, 12 hours, 8 hours? How are we doing it? So like every third shift that he has ample time to sleep and have free time.
Then 8 hours.
Yeah, sure. Then 8 hours. Every 8 hours, join the current shift in his presence by either just being in the storage room or on comms or something.
Sure.
Just have an extra pair of eyes.
Sure.
I'm counting on you, Watanabe.
Wonderful. All right, that's good to know. Yeah, I can live with that. So, you start doing that as you are currently in transit and your ship is hurling along at great speeds. You don't really need to worry about being physically intercepted right now, or at least that is highly unlikely. Your only concern is that the prisoners are gonna be more of a physical, personal problem on the ship. So you dedicate your time to watching them through cameras and occasionally making patrols and going by and eating and going by and pissing and sleeping and stuff and shifts and stuff. And I would like Captain to roll an unskilled skill check for Watanabe.
Okay. Wait. I have his character sheet, right? Yeah, there we go.
Also, Robert, as a note, you are now regaining your hit points and stuff again. So it's been at least a day that you've got a rest, so you can get some hit points back. And same for whoever had strain remaining, you've done one of them. That's not a skill check. That's just a thing. That's just a mention.
Also, he's not taking a program check. It's 2d6 minus 1.
You basically just roll in quick rolls, top of the shit, press kill and say non-proficient. Do you see it?
Yeah. Like that? Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
Okay.
Alright, that's not bad.
Average.
That's perfectly balanced. And
if he's non-proficient, wouldn't it be a -1 to that?
I did say no, he's not proficient.
No, never mind. It's fine.
Okay.
Where are we? Yes, I was doing this.
That's what Watanabe have his win for once.
Yeah. Alright. So, you go around your business, you watch the cameras. So as you do your patrols and over the days, the behavior of the prisoners change, but not considerably. The two elves are mostly doing what they're doing. The grey elf is kind of conserving her strength, meditating. The old elf is honestly kind of doing what you would expect an old person to do in a tiny room, which is kind of
Getting
living
old.
quietly and getting older. Yeah. The dwarf has the best way to call it is kind of like accepted, acknowledged her situation. She doesn't look good mentally, but at least like her physicality is like not as desperate anymore. She's kind of like trying to go along and like begin eating. Havlik seems to be doing fine. Like he's like smacking along. He's occasionally singing a song. He definitely bangs a bit too much on the doors, but it's kind of musical. Because I know it's bars, and he kind of like started using them like a xylophone, basically, until usually like the old elf tells him to shut it, and he does shut it immediately. However, as let's say you are like doing your rounds around it, you can like hear the boom as he kind of like presses his face amidst the bars and kind of like tries to peek at you, which is kind of hard because he's small and you're on the second floor, and he like calls out to you, going. And he goes, "Hey, do you mind telling me how much are you getting paid to treat us as objects? Just for reference. Always was curious about my own self-evaluation." Wait, I recognize the trope. You're one of the monks from Kalkidiki. I heard they are good people. Apparently I heard wrong. You pass by without doing anything. Going around in business. Like the other time, you, Robert, are going like towards engineering, and like again he pops between the bars and calls out to you, "Hey, you, old man. You kinda look like an experienced mercenary, no? I recognize somebody in a similar profession to the one I did. You're not the captain, I think. Oh, riddle me this. You're being paid a really good money to transfer prisoners. And you aren't really told what we did or who we are. But I will tell you one thing. The people going to Mermago, they are not thieves. They are not the white collars. The people who go to Mermago are usually not expected to return. So the question is, why did they put somebody as dangerous as us on your ship and not on a well-guarded one? Eh? You give me the silent treatment, but I hear the gears in your head turning. Okay. Retreats into the cage.
Complete blank bitch face, concentrating on everything, not reacting to a single thing he says.
Do make me performance check. Well, luckily for you, you are really far away from him, so we hope he didn't see your face.
For what reaction? I didn't give one.
Yes, you didn't. You're absolutely right, you didn't. The other time, Dalu is walking by and he goes, Oi! You! It looks like somebody who came from around the places I was born. Oh, come on. You go to have a little bit of fun. No?
What's he doing in the? Like, is he doing any? Is he like up against the bars?
Yeah,
you know?
basically. He's like this, he's looking at you. They not paying you
Occasionally, I
that
am
much.
looking around, that's it.
You're. As the matter of fact, I think you are the closest to me. You're the brawn. You're a quick gun. I see the shrine on your hip. Used to be in a similar job.
Mhm.
You know, mercenary. But for the government. Well, for the church more like. You know, they tell us we really do not like those people. And then I would go over there and we make sure that they
Can
no longer
I-
have to not like those people.
He's speaking. Can I? I'm not responding to him.
Yes.
Occasionally, I'm looking at him, but I want to look at the others. What are the others doing while he's speaking? Just are the others doing anything?
Yeah.
Also, Dan, you don't mind closing the door? We can hear the dog pretty loud. Not Dan helps.
Yeah. So, like, they're kind of. You think they're listening, but like the dwarf and the elf don't do much, especially the grey elf. But you do see the eyes of the old elf on you. Although you don't think she can see much, considering like the angle and the relative dim light of the cargo hold.
Okay.
Are you still listening, or are you?
Yeah, I'm still listening. I wanted to see if they were being some subterfuge going on.
Goes. You see this blink on my neck, right? Means I am a sorcerer. Well, it is really easy to get somebody killed when you can, jump into places you are not supposed to be. Very convenient. Here is a trick. I have the ability to see the future. And one day I have seen the future that the church is going to double-cross me. So I have decided to double-cross them, save my own life. Just the usual. You're an orphan, so you get picked up by the church, you think you're gonna get a good life, and then suddenly you're being raised like a trained psychic assassin. This is honestly quite unusual for me. My first adventure after the retirement, I suppose. Strange thing they did not kill us. Kinda make me think like executing me would be a lot easier, but what do I know? I am not very smart.
I say one thing, and it's just I do. He does say one thing. He says, "You can see the future," and that's it.
You hear? I can't see enough of it. And he also quiets down.
He doesn't say anything else.
No.
Yeah. But when he's like interested, that's it.
Do you the three of you share anything you've been told with the rest of the crew?
I suppose we would whenever we're swapping shifts and we're behind bulkheads, I doubt would have said anything that came up was important. So it's like why the halfling was there trying to make a read on a church, and then he apparently can see the future or some random shite, magic shit. He doesn't understand, but that's it.
So, Miles, you're doing your rounds. And
1 second.
Yes.
Do you mention that you responded to him?
He probably wouldn't. No.
Okay.
No.
Miles, you're doing your rounds, and I hear quite quietly from the halfling's cage. Oi, Mr. Capitan. Capitan, right? Ah, yes, the silent treatment. Have you heard that I am a little bit of a oracle, the divination specialist? I have a feeling that you quite like the ship and the crew. It is very interesting what you are doing right now with, taking the risk and taking the shortcut. I have been looking into the future to see if anything has changed, and I am sorry to disappoint you, but it has not. I see the same thing. A little bit later, big boom, bada boom, and end of the story. You, me, ship, boom. No? Still not interested? Well, I guess I'm on a death row anyway. I just thought I could persuade you to save your own life and maybe save mine in the process. And just to sweeten the pot a little bit, I cannot promise you that. Let us go, and I will pay you twice what they're paying you, as I don't have any money. But there are a lot of things I can offer you, except of very particular skills. It is good to have somebody of my abilities as friend, no? Especially in your situation. Think about it. Assuming we are still alive in a couple days, yes? Capitan?
I just keep on patrolling.
And
to get,
as you're
like,
walking away, he starts singing like a sea shanty about the captain who didn't listen and followed the song of the sirens, and his ship has hit the rocks and was fallen apart, and his crew was eaten by the sirens.
Once I do get to the cockpit, I'll ask Lance. The halfling knows that we've taken a shortcut. How is that possible?
I don't think it is from inside the ship. He can't see the engines.
Can you feel the speed, the acceleration, the winds, anything?
Unlikely. No. That's so incredibly hard to judge if you're inside. It's hard to judge when you can see the clouds.
Would you say that because you piloted so much, if you were trying to guess the acceleration, you say, "Oh, well, we're going faster than a normal spike jump," with your knowledge?
If I had traveled on the ship extensively, maybe. If I could see out the window, good chance. Without, I don't think I could, to be honest.
Well,
If he knows,
he's got this. Well, again,
is Watanabe in the room?
He is whatever you want him to be. He's
not
Watanabe,
here,
he's a
okay.
henchman.
He will always not be in the room when Lance is talking.
Right? Well, right now
did you-
he is in the cargo hold, listening very attentively to everything the halfling is telling him.
Okay.
That is exactly what I think. Did you check the recordings of when Watanabe went on patrol? Maybe he What's asked
try
and
that.
told?
I will
He answered.
look at the camera and check. Wait, the cameras have no sound though, right?
Shit.
Yeah,
But
they're
our
not-
drone does.
Drone does.
No, the drone
Oh,
has.
Can I check that
Yeah.
on comms?
Sure.
Yes,
yeah.
please.
Make me a
Run the
proton check.
last. Please check all the one cycle of shifts we've done.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that halfling seems very talkative.
From what you're telling me, and from what I can hear over the feed, I like it. I like him.
Right. Yeah, you check the cameras and... Well... Watanabe does spend more time in the cargo hold than he was told to. Not more time than you did. But he didn't say anything.
Okay. Was there any if I could actually hear what the halfling was saying, was there any sense of a bribe being mentioned?
Honestly, like the halfling was actually giving Watanabe a pep talk. Like he was like,
Oh no.
"Oh, you look like somebody who knows what is going on. Like I'm
Oh,
sure
no.
they're glad to have you on the ship."
It's gonna latch onto this guy for emotional support.
Yeah, and you just see just Watanabe like his hands on the rail and
Fuck.
just like go
He's giving him the ultimate
and
bribe.
widen a
He's
little
getting
bit.
a friend. Fuck.
So he has like a collar or something that's
Yes. Him
blocking his-
and the elf, the old elf, have basically anti-magic collars. Well, the elf has also anti-magic bracelets, but
So
he doesn't.
either those
He has
that
only the
aren't
collar.
working, or he's doing educated guesses.
Make me roll me a no magic with intelligence.
Oh.
Rolls.
Well, you yourself has never studied divination magic, so you have no experience. But Dalu did mention that at least the halfling claims to be some kind of divinator or sorcerer or oracle, and you do know that some monks in your order, not in your like sub-sect, but in your order, do go into like long drug-assisted trance in order to gain glimpses of the future.
But that's still magic, isn't it?
It is magic, but I mean,
And
he
drugs.
said he has seen the church betray him. He had seen your ship explode. So no, like, it's not impossible for him to have done this a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. You don't know how strong he is. You don't know what he has seen.
Oh, okay.
You just know like that usually like the more important an event is, the easier it is to see it. And I mean, dying is quite important.
Alright.
I mean, there's obviously always a chance of subterfuge that his collar isn't working and he's currently using his abilities, but
When did we find Kartoffel?
When did come
from behind you you hear meow meow meow.
The cat
You
can't
have
speak exactly.
found me out. No.
Honestly, I can't say why he'd know. Or how.
Then it's just a guess.
If it wasn't Watanabe, then I don't know.
Well,
Maybe
that
he's
just
just
means-
guessing, yeah. He might just be guessing.
And
It's
if
so in
he's
doubt.
if he's not guessing, this just means we have to be more cautious about him.
I mean, it's also not very likely that whoever's coming after these years communicating with them in any way. It's possible. with
Here's
powerful
only one
spells, I
thing
think.
that we
but-
need to consider. Nothing they say matters.
Of
Nothing.
course.
Absolutely nothing.
You're right, Bobby.
So as long as they are just talking, it doesn't matter. Because if something happens that we need to react to, then we react to it. But until then, it might be good guesswork. He might be using something. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Well,
Good point.
I'm going to head to bed. I did my shift. It's getting late today.
Yeah.
We're out of luxury items. We only have our normal food. We didn't get any alcohol or chocolate. It's gonna be real boring.
I think we always have enough alcohol, actually. The captain makes sure
Oh,
of that part.
No, we're not allowed to touch that.
Technically, yes.
That whole
at the end
water
of his-
storage
if you would-
thing is for him and it's for alcohol.
But
If
at
you would
the end
like-
of his shift, you know?
If you would like a drink after the end of your shift, that's fine, but
Oh,
only after the end of your
That's
shift.
like that's a bonus. I got a bonus to my salary with that. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. In such manner, the 4 days pass without any further interference beyond what has been described. No attempts at escape are made. Nobody comes in contact with you. Nobody interferes with you. And with the and the dissipation of the cocoon, your wings extend as once again your ship takes flight within normal space as you arrive at Shrita Rillalin. And here you have a choice to either immediately begin a second jump preparation, or maybe go refuel, or spend some time.
Different question first. We arrive on the 24th, right?
Yes, morning of the 24th.
Yes, makes sense. The refueling station is in the same system, right?
It
Same
is in
region,
the
sorry.
same.
The way we handled it previously,
Yes.
that it was that we had to go here
Yes.
to this region
Yes.
to depart. Could we potentially? Other question first. Would it have been possible to buy rutters from Shita Lalin to Miramago when we were back on Helios?
Make me a connect check.
What? 14.
Yes.
Okay, so we have rudders that are less than a month old. What do I pay for them?
You have
Or-
rutters that are less than a year old.
Ah, fuck. I was hoping for those.
You'd be surprised, but much like you, people don't like going in that direction.
Yeah. How much do we pay for the rudders?
Let's
I
say
don't know
for
how much-
those all the 100 credits should be more than
Yeah,
enough.
that sounds good. I'll put this like here. Rudders. Let's see. 950. Okay. What are the chances of us getting the rutters that are younger if we go to that fucking refueling station?
You have also to consider that if you don't go to the refueling stations, that you will have to refuel at Mermaga, because then you will be empty.
Yes.
There's a refueling station in the asteroid belt instead of going to, for instance, Arello.
Yeah, that's what the one I'm talking about. I was
okay.
wondering if because otherwise we add like 2 days to our journey just to go to Orello and back.
Mhm.
Maybe I don't know if we should stop by or not.
Did the did the shortcut that we took saved us some fuel, or
No, it does not say fuel.
does it not say fuel? That sucks.
A jump is just one fuel. That's how it works. So we have 2 usually. Now we have 1 left. We can refuel now and try to get recent charts. Like if we get charts that are less than 1 month old, that's another -1 to our skill check, or like -2 to our skill check, I think, which is insanely powerful.
But it adds another 4 days.
What? No, this is same region. This is it. Takes like
Same region.
6
this
hours.
takes like an hour or so.
No, 6 hours. Round trip. Because 6 hours to
Round
travel
trip,
within region,
Yes.
and
Yes.
you need to do the round trip.
Yes. It will
So
only
half a day,
cost us
basically.
6 hours if we go there and back to this
Unless obviously
point
you go
here.
to the refueling station, somebody goes, "It's them!"
Yeah, then it's very different. But you say
How much fuel
getting
do we have?
1 out of 2. If we use it's less about the fuel for me and more about the rudders, but
Will there be a large detour doing the
6
astral belt as well?
hours.
That's only 6 hours.
yeah, 6 hours in total, there and back. Quick in and out adventure, 20 minutes tops.
Yes.
A decision, Captain.
What's happening?
We are debating. We just arrived, so if we should take a quick trip to the close refueling station to see one refuel, and more importantly, to see if we can buy rudders that are less than 1 month old. The ones we currently have are less than a year old, which means it's a ±0. Less than 1 month is -2 to the difficulty, which is high, but I'm not sure how likely it is to get anything there.
Oh, all right.
How long does it take?
6 hours. There and back.
Yeah, sure. That seems
We will be jumping again by noon, basically.
reasonable. We wouldn't want to lose our way in the winds and be left without any fuel.
Yeah.
Can we message them? That isn't.
No, not
That
if
isn't
we need to be
fast.
closer. Can we passively scan?
Yes, you can.
Mhm.
Do you want to?
Passively?
Passively.
Doesn't make a difference if we want to.
Go for it.
So off the astral belt. Can roll that.
Yeah, still -1.
Oh yeah.
Then it probably won't matter, but I'll write a list of some changes I would have cast over the last days for the census thing.
Okay.
Like 4 patrols. Found some cool animal census, and we need them all.
Oh wow, yeah. Oh wow, yeah. Right. So, there are ships within this region, but the one thing you do notice is that none of the ships you're currently tracking are on a course towards Orella. There are ships going away from Orella, but not towards Orella.
Strange.
No, not really. Remember,
Not strange.
everything went downhill there once we left.
Yes. All
Yes,
that
I'm sure
now
that's
comes to
connected.
mind. But I know what. Still everybody. So I guess. Yeah.
I mean, do you want to go into a zone where shit goes down voluntarily?
Yeah, but there might be I don't know, like a armed ships trying to help out. No,
Nah,
maybe not.
I don't. That does worry me.
Yeah, I think refueling station, we will get the news anyway of, or some news of what might be happening over there. But yeah, let's.
So with that
I
high
would-
of a roll, is there like a ship on our ship behind like our, blind spot?
Yes,
Everyone want to
there's
know everything.
yes, there's currently a ship double the size of your ship attached to your trash chute.
Excellent. Perfect blind spot.
Slave 1 detaches from your ship.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, good. Yeah, all good. I believe that.
Then yeah, I'm heading for the refueling station.
Dalu.
Yeah.
I lean closer as to whisper that only Dalu can hear.
Oh fuck.
Could you check that? Wait, you know what? I'll ask Dan. Dan, is there such a thing as bugging the ship, audio wise?
I mean, like with a drone?
No, like someone is listening on us.
I mean, you can do this with magic.
With magic. Oh, okay.
You can leave
Not like with devices.
turned on ice stone around, I guess.
Yeah, but you can't like put like a chip somewhere and listen to it.
That sounds a little bit too sci-fi for me.
To sci-fi? Okay. So then
You need to use
I
magic.
have the ice stone on
Okay.
my person.
Oh, you know what we should have done? We should have checked for invisible people when we.
Yes, you should.
Well, doesn't Kartoffel warn us about things like that?
He's not the only one.
I mean, you technically don't know she can do that.
I
Oh,
can
yeah,
do
true.
that.
Okay.
Actually, yes. My up to
So
a certain
perhaps-
range.
Is it like
Yeah.
always on for you?
I didn't say it, so I guess not, right? So I would maybe check occasionally, but I don't think Lance is very worried about this.
Well,
It's still
even
on
if you
here.
check, there are no invisible people in the cockpit, in the toilet, or in the mess hall.
Yeah.
Because I think that would fall under like optical illusions or something, probably.
Yeah.
Then, do I know that Lance can do this though? I don't think I knew that. Then I want to ask him.
Just so you know, like Dalu has our ice stone on his person. You just said.
We all have an ice stone on the person.
Yeah, we all have.
Oh, we
ice
all
stones.
have one. I thought we
Yeah.
only got one.
No, everyone has a compad.
Wait, no, that's that's different though. Right? The ice stone was. Am I right, Dan? We got an ice stone off of Grant that is like a plain wide 25 word per
Yes.
day. You need to have the phone numbers
Yes.
to yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I have one of them. You guys all have one of them as well.
No, only you.
Okay, so you just said that, you're thinking to yourself, but if you would know that Dalu is the ice stone for us, and if you're thinking an ice stone has
No, I wasn't thinking about the ice stone. I was thinking either
be
a
hacked.
chip or a invisible person, whatever. But yeah.
okay,
Or like
Well-
find familiar. Like,
well anyway, Miles,
like a
what
spy
were you-
animal. Like a
You're-
bunny.
What does he want to say? You look like you're in deep thought. So, you're like leaning in on me, I suppose.
Me?
No, Miles.
Okay, good.
Like,
No,
you wanted to
but-
lean in.
Never mind. Like that doesn't matter. No.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Okay.
Have you two concluded out of character? Or
I suppose
no?
so. Actually, I might give you the ice stone. I might give you the ice stone, Miles.
Which
If
one?
you wanna-
The hacked one?
Well, this is the one. It's like basically the sending spell thing that Grant gave. That Inspector Grant guy gave.
Keep it. You can do much more with it than I can.
Sure. All right.
We're flying to the refueling station.
Yeah.
So, as you are kind of heading to the refueling station, there is like kind of the commotion coming from the cargo hold as Halfling starts making noises with the bars one more time, and he shut out, "Oi, Capitan, Mr. Capitan, this is your last chance. I am warning you." Capitan! You are dooming this ship. Our deaths are on your conscience. I hope you remember this in your last moments.
By contract, their deaths are not on our conscience. But I'm not there.
All of our deaths, including your crew members. Even Watanabe. And the bunnies. And the pretty pussycat.
How did he know?
Oh, to be fair, Kartoffel walks everywhere.
Kartoffel fine. The bunnies. Yeah.
The bunny, yeah.
So who's not a spy again?
Fucking Watanabe. What's his name?
Watanabe.
No,
Watanabe!
He didn't say
What a
Yes.
name.
He didn't. He would never. He's loyal.
We should consider that he's from the academy and he has similar talents like
Read thoughts.
or yeah.
The snake guy, the snake boy.
But he's got this anti-magic collar on. He shouldn't be able to do anything.
Maybe that transcends that. I don't care. My position's still the same. As long as nothing happens, there's nothing to worry about. He's just saying things. He might know things, maybe someone is talking here, but as long as we have no reason to change our behavior. Say. I mean, we could shoot him, then it would be at least quiet, but
No, Miles doesn't react to any of the halflings' talking points.
He actually might be reading our thoughts because I did what I did with Grant. Like, all I thought about was bunnies. So, I might have messed up. I'm sorry.
I don't think that's considered messing up. Only considered weird.
as long as he doesn't take your bunnies hostage,
what
I
did
think
you
you have
think
nothing
about-
to worry about.
I don't
Nah,
have
I
to
don't
go on patrol.
Should
I'm
know a
lucky.
bit more. They're fairly
Yeah.
easy to repair, you know.
Bunnies?
Bunnies?
Yeah.
Repair.
That's the correct term, I'm sure. For you, it is.
I've done it a lot of times. I know what I'm doing.
That I know.
I mean, okay, some bunnies were lost in the process, but that's how science is done.
That's a sacrifice I'm willing
So
to
bunnies,
accept.
yes, people know. I see.
Well, that's
No.
called practice. My success rate is going up. Didn't you see the number?
Mhm,
Days
2.5.
without bunnies killed. It's like at 15 now, I think. So that's
Yeah, because he hasn't been doing anything for 50 days.
Okay. Can we arrive?
Yes, you with the cacophony of shanties and jail bar percussion concert, you do arrive to the refueling station. Yeah, the moment you get on radio, drive through refueling, they do not recognize you, but they ask you to pay, and you pay, I assume, and you get refueled. Takes a little bit, but you're refueled.
Can I ask them over, or I ask the captain to ask actually for charts to Miramago
right.
that are
Yeah.
less than a month
Yeah.
old.
Make me connect check. Yeah.
Can I have help from the captain telling me
Sure.
how to ask or something?
Yes.
Sure, Captain. Make me
It's a
connect
very.
check.
You do the sandwich method. You start with something good, then.
Oh.
Is this lead or talk? Doesn't matter. They have the both +2, I guess.
I want you to Sure, let's go talk. Whatever.
That's no help, huh?
And it's
Yeah,
not
that's no
diplomacy,
help.
so I don't get to reroll that.
That's close. No, that's not diplomacy. That's definitely not diplomacy.
11.
That's good enough. Luckily for you, Shitterlin did have correspondence with Red Dawn, and they do have the Rotters.
Less.
Yes.
How much do we? How much does this cost us?
This costs you,
An arm and a leg.
yes, 160 credits.
160. And 500 for fuel, yes?
Yes.
Okay, detracted. Perfect. In that case, as soon as we have all that, I'm just gonna, and have refueled, we're immediately turning back towards the edge of the system. And I am going to prepare for, and with you, I'm going to be studying the charts in that time. And I'm going to be preparing for a same difficulty jump, basically. Trimming the course again.
The Halfling goes, do not do that, Captain. I have been looking at the future for generations. This future leads nowhere. Do not do that, Captain. No. Stop. Wall ahead.
Didn't he just say like this is our last chance like half an hour ago?
Yeah, he
And we
did.
still everything is
Oh,
still
he's
okay.
like, it's your last chance to turn back, like, not go further. But yeah, whatever. Do you proceed?
Mhm.
Right, well, as
Is
in a good game, well done, you're all dead. Your ship explodes.
I was
Yes.
actually wondering, is it possible to get help on this check from, like, Bobby on the engines or some shit?
I
Don't know.
know.
I don't know if this one is, like,
It
excluded from other
technically a
checks.
skill check.
Because otherwise, why would I not have Bobby help? It's fucking retarded.
I am gonna say that no, he cannot help here because it's all the pilot. It's all the navigator.
Okay.
It's not about the engines.
So only other people who would also make a pilot check would have a chance to help routing,
Yes,
for example.
let's go with that.
Okay.
It's like, you know,
I don't
like
think-
Dune, you need the navigator. It's kind of like that.
I unfortunately have not read that. I should soon before that movie comes out.
No, do it afterwards so you don't ruin yourself the movie if you watch it. Always read the books after you watch the movie. Always.
Then you have a picture in my
But they are rebooting movies like every decade or more often.
Okay, so I'm just making the skill check, yeah?
Yes. Yes.
No
you're making the skill
modifier.
check.
Intelligence.
So what is it?
8.
You say
10.
10.
It's 10.
10. It
Works
is-
100% of the time,
It is
guys.
very good that Lance has recovered his confidence. Yes.
5, 7.
'cause that would have been a 7.
The first one would have been a success without, yeah.
Alright. So again, you burn the fuel as your ship begins enveloping itself in an arcade tornado, and you leave Shitterlin behind and begin the hurl towards Mermago, whereupon you would arrive in another 4 days, which means
28.
26, 27.
Why 25th?
Midday
okay.
of 28.
Yes.
Alright. I assume you have the same situation with the watches and the patrols, yada yada yada.
Mhm.
I mean, it's never too late to stop Watanabe from going in there.
I don't think he's the one that's leaking it. We know that he's not the one that's been talking.
We checked and he wasn't talking, so... Unless Watanabe is a fucking sorcerer, communicates via
If
minds.
so, my henchmen's are really good.
If so, he's too dangerous to be kept alive. Just saying.
No? Same shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you head off on a new adventure. Or more like a new jump, which is an adventure. And kind of like the first day, there's kind of like silence from the halfling in the cargo hold, who just like kind of like sits there on his bed, just chewing, like going through his rations at an alarming rate. And one time, like as you Miles are passing by, you kind of like catch like the middle like of a conversation as the old elf is talking to the halfling. She's going, "Do not despair, young copper kettle. I know it is hard to listen to me, for my life is coming at an end. But trust me when I say, I have seen many things in this life, and the future that awaits us, as desperate as it is not the worst that we could have ended. At the very least, it will be swift and painless." And the halfling replies, "Yes, Elder. But I have been kinda expecting to live for another century or more. I am still young, and I have seen so very little. Well, I traveled a lot, I suppose. The church did send us around on missions, but it was more like get into the sewers, get into the noble's mansion, stick the noble with a dagger, get out from the window, run away down an alley. Kind of dark adventures." "I know that when we are at a loss, we return to what is most common to us, and your sense of humor has upheld us through this ordeal. But you need to handle your grief and accept the inevitable. You have been given a gift, and at the very least, you tried your best to take the fate into your own hands. It just sucks." Yeah. So you... Oh no, we lost Robert.
No, he's back. He's back.
Just the camera.
So you continue on with your business, and Havlin kind of gets back to a slightly more cheerful state on the next day, and as, let's say, Robert is passing by, he like starts speaking kind of like at you, more like that to you, and he goes, "You have been pretending to not listen to me the hardest. Keyword pretending. So I am just going to talk at you while you do your rounds, and you will have to deal with it.
I
You
fart.
told nothing about it, but I will make you know it. You are not transporting good people. We have all done bad things, and perhaps we deserve whatever is to do to us. But we all have been forced into these circumstances. The young Oddhilt over there, an immigrant to heal us, a great engineer with a supervisor who was jealous of her and her skills. They were building traps for Noble's mansion. The supervisor wanted her to stay over time and lead her into a trap.
I'm gonna plug my ears.
He fell down the hole, died. Othild was accused because he was a half-elf.
No, actually, I'm not gonna do that.
Now,
Just keep walking.
she is being brought to a place that is worse than hell. I'd rather go to Red Order than wherever we're going. Me
Why is Red Order so bad?
and Drusilla, orphaned children brought up by Church's assassins, we have killed for them, for decades, done everything they told us to do, without knowing that we could do better. And this is how we are repaid. The moment we stop being useless, they discard of us, lost on a ship, traveling in the distant skies. Our bodies not even buried, given away to the one-eyed god. Zalan, her people, her flying forest, stolen by the elves. She is the greatest of us. She has poisoned the sun that did that to her people. They have died, their stomach melting from the inside. You, your life is already ending. But is that an excuse to take other lives with you? 9 people will die here with you. Many years on all of them. And a cat. And 2.5 bunnies. Do it for the bunnies. The cold-hearted monster. You pretend to sleep well when you have nightmares with mermaids singing songs to sailors who do not listen. But there, you close your ears. When your ship falls apart behind you, you will remember my words, and I will sing you a song. Alright.
Does Bobby do you share some of that stuff? That was sort of
No, I don't share anything that they say. Absolutely nothing. Not a single piece.
okay.
On the last day before you're supposed to reach Mermago, as you miles are passing by, there's a quiet voice from the cage. Capitan, I plead you. This is your last chance to save your people. You do not have to help us. You were told to transport cargo. Cargo does not talk. Cargo does not move. You are transporters, not guards. Just walk away. Just do not look. Let us go. And I will repay this debt with whatever you need. I see.
When I finish the okay, it's nothing.
I mean, I assume you walk past and
I
don't
keep walking.
respond.
Yeah.
And he just I just rolled the last. I see. I see too much. And it is my load to bear. That's it.
Okay, when I get back to the cockpit, I guess, or something, this is your last chance. The really last, final chance.
Right? Do you say anything?
Are you saying he's getting more desperate?
Seems that way.
Well, probably just pissed. Like Bobby said, just talk. Nothing matters.
Hey, Dan.
Yes.
This might be a little bit out there, but I don't know. Is there a way with following an original idea at the start about them maybe being used for smuggling? That was sort of talked about briefly. Is there a way the ship's scanners could be focused
Into the ship? No.
into the ship? No.
No.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
those are not the scanners. You can have Winnold use his bioscanner or use whatever scanner you bought, but not the
bought a
ship
scanner?
scanners. Didn't you buy like some service sensor or whatever?
I bought a service scanner and a nav comp. Yeah.
Isn't like the service scanner allows you to like take some kind of samples? I'm not sure what you're trying to
it is.
do. So
I wanted to not scan the people. I wanted to sort of in-depthly scan the prison cells they're in.
Let me check it one more time.
It's not really the intent of the service scanner.
I just think like I think you've already scanned the cells for like faults and stuff like that, and if I remember, you have found nothing.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
All right. So last day before your arrival. Yeah. Anything else you wanted to do? No.
Thinking about one thing.
Yeah, go for it.
Fuck it, I'll just do it.
Do
I'll
it.
just
Do it.
Release the bunnies.
No, I'll just at some point I'll walk through the cargo bay as a cat. Just pretending to be a cat from A to B. Not stopping, just seeing what happens.
Yeah, as you're walking by, the Hapnik kind of like looks up,
He knows.
looks down, and like as you think like that's it, he goes, "So, tell me, doctor, have you decided on the answer to my question?"
He didn't ask me anything.
He did at the very start. How much is it worth to make you treat them like objects?
I'm a cat.
Yeah, sure.
Cats can't talk.
Right. You tell yourself that.
And I'm thinking, bunnies.
That's all.
Okay.
All right.
Smart.
So, afternoon of this day, your ship enters the airspace of Nermago, and Lance starts going through the like pre-flight check and unfolding the wings and setting course for your like coordination where the light ship is supposed to pick up the cargo and give you the money. The trip there is going to take basically like 3 hours because it's within the same region, so like you drive unless you want to trim it. So that's 3 hours. That's what, like 1 watch remaining. So yeah, let's just say who stays on this watch. Like, who's gonna be doing this patrol and doing this watch?
I'm probably on the comms.
So, Robert, you're doing the thingy? Yeah.
I think we're all awake and ready for this part. We probably
This is most
arrange
likely
for
it.
that.
That makes sense.
Mhm.
Although, like, some of you are preoccupied with actual flying by now because you're not in transit, you actually need to pay attention. What's this? Yeah, so in that case, Robert, make me a notice wisdom check, I guess. Let my cat go. So, good to know.
Do you get a +2 from the census? I don't know if it. I think it usually gives a +2. But
Are you
I don't
doing
know.
the patrol or are you watching the cameras?
Both.
Oh, both. Okay.
I mean, listening in, watching the cameras, and patrolling.
Alright.
As per usual.
And let me check.
I would pay extra attention on like the last stretch because everything worked
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
so far really well.
If you're doing a roll, because if we're still doing the whole patrol thing, I'd be helping. Miles would be helping too, right? If there is a roll.
Okay. So, and what is the rest of you doing?
Piloting.
Yeah, Miles, what are you doing?
Leading. No. in the cockpit, I guess, for now.
No?
Since we're
Ah,
pretty
yeah, Dal, you
close.
said you're on comms.
Yep.
We know, what are you doing?
In the cockpit being,
Useless?
observing.
That's what the Nabis rule. You shouldn't steal it.
He's looking after the gun.
Yeah, what's Watanabe doing? We don't have Watanabe on the ship.
Or maybe it's too crowded for me. I'll join Bobby, I guess.
I already put him in the rec room.
Did you?
What's not in the rec room?
Alright, sure. In the rec room. Alright. So, Robert, as you are doing your rounds, so what's the path you usually take?
Probably not very routine, just mixing it up. So
Answer carefully.
sometimes coming from the left, sometimes starting on the right.
Sometimes maybe both.
And sometimes both, yes.
Yes. Do you ever go to the first floor?
For this time, I think I wouldn't. I think I would mostly keep my distance, standing on top of here, looking down. I don't trust going near them for the last stretch.
Fair enough. So as you're walking down this pathway, and let's say you're like somewhere in the middle of it, your amplified senses detect like a quiet a clicking noise, like a mechanism grinding.
From where?
Right now, like you're walking down, so to the left of you.
So is it? Can I assume that it's coming from one of the cells?
That is indeed what you assume, and as you turn there to confirm the sound of the noise, you hear a quiet squeak as
I pull my gun.
the door to the dwarf's cell kind of like pop open.
Can I shoot?
Everybody roll initiative. We're going on a break.
We're
Oh,
going on a break. I'm going on a break first.
at
All right. So do this. All right. So, Robert, yeah, you've just seen the dwarf, either on her own or with somebody's assistance, get her cell open. Sadly for her, you've noticed it with Winnell walking right behind you. You go for your gun, you draw it, and start aiming at her, although from your current position, the cell and the bars make it a very hard shot, but then again, it's you, and she's unarmored. However, as you do that, and seemingly with the whole operation having been revealed, you kind of like with your back, as your hair kind of like stand up, feel something wrong happening behind you. You see, like you turn immediately to the other side, and you see the gray elf on her bed, still sitting, meditating, but her eyes are open. And you watch her shadow begin to stretch across the floor of the cargo hold towards the halfling cell. And as it reaches the cell, she just and appears in the other cell next to halfling. Reaches out her hand towards his collar. You see a small flash of something, and his collar breaks. That's her turn. Also, Winnell, technically this is a start of initiative. If you want to start cutting a spell, you need to tell me now.
Okay. Fuck. Okay, I would have. I guess I would have tried to cast level 3 spell.
Which
But
one?
do I need to specify which one?
Yes, you do need to tell me which one, but not
Crash.
at whom.
Proprioceptive crash.
Okay.
It's new and it's
Yes,
fun.
that does sound like it. And funnily enough, it is your turn.
Oh, high initiative on casters, bro.
So I see all of them?
Yes. Well, just to be fair, because they know like the visual is pretty complicated here, and the cells technically do have a roof. Make me just a quick notice wisdom check, and I'll tell you how many of them you see.
You have your own change up, right? For a nice bonus.
Let me check. I have ultra vision. It's doesn't. It just changes the colors. I would say so. Wisdom, no bonus. I think.
Oh wow,
Case.
yeah.
No bonus needed.
Good enough. You see all of them. Like you don't see like full of them. They would have had still color, but for the purpose of casting, I believe color doesn't matter. So you do see all of them.
I cast it on the halfling. I don't know why. Just
Okay.
gonna go for it.
Cast a spell. I don't remember what it does.
I'm hyped to see what the spell does.
Does
Yeah,
this?
that's interesting.
It crashes him, and he has to reboot.
Confusion. Blah 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 blah. There is a spell at the start of each round. Oh, at the start of his round. So right now it doesn't matter.
So I don't know if I have to roll. Let me check. To hit.
Like
Wait.
powers can be used, but
Is it the full description of the
stuff.
spell? So like this basically means that he doesn't get a save on the first round, if I understand correctly.
At the start of its turn.
It says at
Oh.
the start
Oh no,
of
each round. Oh.
yeah, he doesn't get a turn save this round in that case. Nice.
Really,
It's,
fast,
it's the
fast
full
initiative
description.
casters are OP.
Yeah, that's pretty strong.
But he still has the fucking other telepathic
mean-
stuff, psychic powers.
As long, I think he's more of the shooter, if we can at least somewhat trust what he said. I think this is good.
Fuck, I don't remember which one is the most dangerous.
As a character is incapable of effectively performing any physical action that round, those who retain their AC, spellcasting cause activities requiring physical motion are impossible. Understood. Wonderful. All right. Yeah, you cast a spell. It takes effect, and you kind of see like the halfling who was kind of like doing like this as his collar got removed. His hands kind of go like, and you're like. His hands just like he starts like jiggling in place as his limbs aren't listening to him properly.
That's so cool.
Did you want to move anywhere? Because you do have movement.
Once they're out of their cells, we're not liable if they die, right?
No, we will be, but
Nah,
You know.
I'll stay put. Can I,
Yeah.
like shouting? Is that an
You can shout.
a move action?
You can shout, but you do know that people in the cockpit are behind a bulkhead, which is very, very well audio.
Yeah,
So
but
they
we
have
also
a
have a drone
microphone.
in here that picks up audio from
I
this
mean,
entire room.
the drone would most likely notice this right away anyway. But yeah,
I start shouting anyway.
wonderful. All right, you do that. And this brings us to Robert, who has his gun drawn, but now a lot more targets.
This is open? Or which one was
no.
open?
The dwarf cell is open.
This one.
Yes.
They're closed. So
Yes.
I can't shoot them from up there?
You
or-
can, but they will basically have 3/4 cover.
But they're also unarmored, as far as we know, so they won't have very high AC.
Siha! Yes.
And as minimum, if they're dexterous, 11, 12.
Please let him decide.
Sorry.
I'm gonna go there. So I get a better angle.
Mm-hmm.
This one is held. This one is teleporting. This one is open.
Yes.
Gonna try to shoot the old lady.
that's not the old lady.
She's not the old lady, but yes. As,
Shadow lady.
yeah, shadow lady,
Ghost
gray lady,
person.
gray elf. Wonderful, yeah.
How much damage does a stun round do?
Stun round. It's somewhere in the description that I gave you. It depends on the AC, basically. Like the higher the AC, the less damage it does.
Do we have an item card for this?
Not a card. It's in my book. It's in the attachment.
Attachments. I'm looking.
Okay, I'm gonna first check if I even hit.
Yeah.
And
So you've changed your position. So right now I'm gonna say it's only half cover.
yeah, I'm gonna try
So
to
-2.
blast that one. Oh, yeah, right. I roll with a modifier.
Yes.
Oof, that's a really bad shot.
Oh yeah, that's actually indeed a very bad shot, as you kind of like misjudge the angle and you hit the bar almost squarely.
Oh, I have -2. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
And the bullet just actually, because it's like a stun, not a bullet, it's more like a rubber thingy. It just like ping, like smashes over the bar, and that's it.
Yeah, I will also point out which out the dwarf's cage is open.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah, that's my turn.
That's your turn. So Miles, you are in the cockpit, chilling, because you don't have comms. And
Doesn't the drone?
the drone is controlled by whoever's on the comms.
Yeah, can't you hear the sounds from them?
No,
All right.
Do I have a reaction of some kind
on your
that
turn.
I can? No. Okay.
So basically, I'm surprised this drone can do anything.
Basically. Alright. And this does brings us to you, Dalu, but before you react, as you do see all this basically happening on the camera and you're prepared to shout out a warning to everybody, I need you to make a program intelligence skill check with +2 modifier.
+2. Okay. Wait. Oh, okay. Yep. There you go.
Wow.
Ooh.
Max.
As you prepare to shout out to others that this shit is happening in the cargo hold, you get a warning on the ship scanners. Another ship is searching for you. They haven't found you yet. But you've been scanned.
But do I see it? Do I see
Yes,
the...
you see it.
I do see it.
Yes. Well, they scanned you, but they didn't find you, so yeah, they don't know where you are quite yet. But yeah,
Right.
you see what's happening in the cargo hold. You've seen this warning. It's your turn. What do you want to do?
Just on that notice of that ship, could I see real quick how far the ship away is?
Let's put it that way. It is approaching combat range, and you assume that the moment it actually locks onto you, it will enter combat
Okay.
range.
Right. Okay. Well, if possible, is there a way to like enlarge the comm screen so everyone, so I'm like, or am I just sort of turning
What do you want to do?
screen? I'm going to say to Lance and Miles, but I was like showing the actual.
You can
cargo area
send
on a
some
camera.
data from your screen to their screen.
Okay, I get up. Dalu gets up, sort of swipes the information then onto towards the captain and pilot's screens, and then says, while running towards the door, pulling out his rifle, goes, "There's a ship coming in range, and they're coming out of their cells. Quick, get to the cargo room." And when talking about the ship coming in range, points to Lance while running back, so that information goes on across the screen as well. And then he's just gonna run, just saying that quick, and then run towards the cargo. Towards,
It takes you 3 meters to get basically in front of the door. So you get out there. You have 7 meters of movement left. And do remember that you can't split your movement. So if you want to go somewhere, you need to.
Yep, good to know. 4, 5.
Dog, holy shit.
What did he drop? Is that the computer?
Oh no.
Oh no, a phone. Okay.
Big.
Is your phone okay?
Yes. I
Oh,
mean,
the
I
laptop.
don't care even if it's broken because it's like, what is it right now? $100 work phone. It's less than $100.
Do you
Yes,
see
about
where I
100
am? I've
bucks.
got 1 square left on. Could I see the halfling?
How did you move past Dalo? Past Winnow, sorry.
Is it not possible in this game?
Did you count it as
I
double?
walked around like that, you know.
You do know that you're on the second floor on a narrow walkway.
Well, but there's little stairs here in the bridge, right? I can actually go
Alright.
under. Is that possible?
Let me explain to you one more time.
Mm-hmm.
Let me switch. This is first deck. Ground level. Level 1. This is level 2. This is level 2. This walkway is on level 2. So you entered from the door on the level 2. So if you want to go around Dalu, you need to squeeze past him. It's like a narrow hallway, but it's more like a walkway.
But if I remember right, I think you said that the bridge is connected to the first floor.
No.
As well as the second.
No.
Only to the second
It's connected to the second floor and to the third floor.
Oh, the third floor.
Yes.
Okay.
So basically, like, you entered below Miles onto the second floor. If Miles takes 2 steps backwards, he's gonna be on the top deck under the sky. Well, technically he's gonna go into the gun, but whatever.
So I'm using 2 squares to get past.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'll still be able to. Yeah. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can I see the halfling from here?
Yes, but again, half cover.
Sure. Okay.
Poor halfling hasn't done anything. It's just a fucking elf.
Yeah. So Dalu's just almost coming out the door. Is already chosen to go for the halfling, and going to pull out his sniper rifle.
He shouldn't have talked.
So I'm using. It has sting ammo. I have 10 bullets of sting ammo, so one of them is in the rifle at the moment.
Sure.
So I'll make an attack at that.
Sting ammo is sold not in bullets; it's sold in magazines. So whatever.
Yeah, so I have 10. I've like 10 bullets because 1 magazine is 1 bullet, so I have 10 bullets.
No. If you bought a Sting magazine for a sniper rifle, you're paying 100 credits for 1 bullet.
What?
Yeah, no, I
Poor Dark Warriors.
pretty sure I did that. Wait, maybe not.
Did you pay 1,000 credits for Sting bullets?
I think I paid 100, thinking it was 10
Yes,
credits each.
no.
Maybe I did that.
No, you're like it's a
So that'll
magazine.
be-
It's a magazine.
Okay. Well, then I guess with the amount of money I paid, I only have 1 bullet, so I have 1 Sting bullet.
You can flashback by 9 more bullets.
Well,
And a
this
launcher.
this makes sense to me. So yeah, so 1 bullet, yeah, same attack.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Now you're using Covenant, right?
The halfling.
Yeah.
You didn't put a -2
Hell yeah.
modifier in there, which I told you to do.
Oh, the half cover. Yeah, so that's
yes.
24.
But
I feel like
that's a hit anyway.
Yeah.
What is it? Sting is what is it? For each point of AC above 11, he obviously doesn't have that much AC. So yeah, your bullet smacks him on the shoulder and knocks him out, and he now continues convulsing, kind of on the bed. He's not prone, but just for flavor. He's not unconscious, but you did knock him. All right, and
cool.
I think that's all you can do this
That's
turn.
it, yeah.
So you see the dwarf run out of her cage, kind of run under this staircase on the right to the front of the old elf's cage, and she's beginning to try to lockpick it. Set up somewhere. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. She's working on it. No dice. Alright. Halfling. Stone. Alright. So, first things first, you notice, Halfling is still convulsing from the spell, and then his convulsions kind of accelerate and become kind of vibrations, and it kind of looks like he's jumping all over the cell.
Like Tracer or something like that?
More like a displacer beast, if you get my meaning.
Oh, holy shit.
Nah, I don't know what that is.
Well,
What
you
the
aren't
fuck?
supposed to know anyway. And after that, he, because he can do that very easily, after that, both him and the grey elf for a moment disappear, and then basically the grey elf reappears over here, while halfling reappears a little bit to the left of her and slightly kind of falls onto the crates slightly below. So he's kind of and continues convulsing and jumping in place over there. But he has definitely done something that you've seen Lance do before, except his physical movement has been greatly disabled. And now, as the grey elf is between Dalu and Robert, you see that she's half transparent. Her legs are just like a swirl of shadows that are kind of reforming into a body, but right now she kind of looks like a ghost, really. Which brings us to you, Lance. You've got that information from Dalu. You see kind of well, you don't see the enemy ship, you just know it's around. And you see the situation happening in the cargo. What would you like to do?
I have an out-of-character question first. Since they didn't manage to lock onto us, they can't anymore in the next 24 hours, no? Technically.
That's what you would assume.
If they didn't have any other information, yes. What I'm going to do in that case, and I can see through the open door, I can back...
No. You are on the third floor.
I'm up there, okay.
Yes, you're up there. And actually, like, considering how your seat works, it will basically take your whole movement to, like, move
It will
your
not.
seat. Oh, right, you can teleport. Sorry,
Yes.
forgot about that. But yeah, you can't, like, you can see, like, to the left below. Like, if you look left and right, you would have seen Dalu and, like, window stations below you, but you can't see out of any of the doors because the door on the second floor is hidden and the door on the third floor is closed.
I am going to change course of our ship. What that means is that I am going to basically just give it a point nosedive downward.
Ooh, interesting. Yes.
And try to turn it on its head to smack everyone who isn't close to anything they can hold on to easily around.
Right.
Or no, it's too risky. Now, I'm just gonna go straight into a downward spiral.
Okay.
So everyone will have a harder time latching onto things. But I'm mostly looking to get out of their path.
You're trying to get away from that ship. Right. Make me a
Yes.
pilot check. Wonderful. And I would like everybody in the cargo hold to make an evasion save.
What's that? Jesus. Whee.
Ho ho.
Nice rolls, guys.
Bobby, so agile.
50% of the
Alright,
time.
did everybody roll?
Evades me with his mind.
Alright, okay, so Bobby, Dalu, you hold on to the railing, you're fine. So is Winnow. Yeah, Miles and Lance, you're strapped in. Watanabe is doing whatever Watanabe does, I don't care. Oh my fucking god. The dwarf just gets thrown against the cell and kind of hits it. Not hard enough to kind of hurt her much, but she got dislodged from her lockpicking and that will delay her further. The old elf is getting knocked around in her cell. I'm actually gonna say she does get hit fairly hard enough. Kind of cries
But she's
out.
still in her cell, right?
Yeah, she's in her cell. She cries out in pain and as she hits the cell. The halfling, because he can't fucking do anything, just slides from the crates and he's technically gonna be under the walkway. I can't move there because I don't have the first deck. And then you watch the crate just go. Fuck.
Oh no.
The crate
can't secure the
slide
crates.
after
We
him
didn't secure
and
crates.
smack into him, like kind of crushing him between the wall. He
He
cries out, but that's all he can do. He definitely got hurt by that. And the gray
He's not
elf, kind of like she basically like lurches towards Dalu, but because Dalu you held on, she kind of like smacks into you and doesn't go any further. Wonderful.
She's on the walkway?
Yes, she's between Dalu and Robert.
She climbed the crates, I guess.
She was teleported.
Oh, even better.
Yes.
I thought they were on the crates. Never mind.
No,
Okay.
the halfling was on the crate.
Okay.
Alright, the old
Top of the
elf
round.
in her cell is gonna get up and look at you, Winnow.
I wasn't done.
Oh, you
That
weren't
was
done?
only my action. No,
Okay.
I have many more things I can do.
Surprise me.
So, first of all, since the ship is now on a new course and I can get back here quickly, I am going to teleport to get an idea of what's happening outside right here. Basically, I don't want to block the door, but this should be within 10 meters from up there, right?
Can you do that without visual?
Yes, if I have been to a place, I can go
okay.
do that. And then I will commit 2 effort, one for this and one
Jesus.
for this.
What's going
Wonderful.
on?
Anything else you'd like to do?
No, this was.
Are you
my
sure?
And then I
action
summon
part.
Exodia, the 5 pieces.
I wish.
Actually, I think I'm doing a huge mistake. I should switch us to a battle map and actually adjust the battle map to make what is happening visible on the recording. Because your faces don't matter for this. Alright, wonderful.
Excuse me.
Yes, your face doesn't matter. Alright, so in that case, that's the end of your turn. The old elf stands up in her cell, looks at you, Winnow, and begins moving her hands in a complicated circular motion and saying the words of an incantation.
Me
The
too.
fuck, doesn't she have the thing,
Like-
the collar?
She has 3 of them.
He's also starting, right?
Wait a moment.
At the top of
Alright, round
but I
2. First things first, I need to roll for Halfling. It's a physical save. He's gonna do a thing. He's gonna glimpse into his own future to ask for an alternate outcome.
Oh, he can do that, but not
you
escape.
can
This
try
is his last chance.
Fuck. And continues convulsing.
Yay!
Bum 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 bum. Yes. Winnow, spells.
Yeah, I see her casting, and I just immediately start casting faster. Same spell.
Same spell? Wonderful. The grey elf.
Wait, on who?
Grey elf. I want to say
Uh,
old elf. Well, you don't have to say who you're casting it on. You're just casting it.
yeah.
Yeah.
When it's my turn, I need to specify.
You will. It will be very soon. So the
don't-
grey elf. When it stops. Yeah. So she coalesces into like a physical form, and like as the last of the shadows like retract into her body, she kind of like dips her hand into it like it's liquid and pulls it upwards, and the shadow in her hand forms into a short blade, and she attempts to stab Robert with it. Does 25 hit?
No, it doesn't. Sure.
Well, I rolled very high, so you take 13 points of damage as the blade kind of like sinks into your body, and you just feel coldness and like your heart just jump, and it's just terrible pain. But that's all she does. She's kind of stuck between you two. Winnow, your turn.
So can I even safely cast a spell at her? At the ghost thing that just attacked Bobby? Or is there a danger of hitting Dalu?
No, it's a spell. You can't. I mean, it's not like it's a debuff. You can't hurt friendlies with debuffs. So,
Yeah, that's great. Then I'll cast it on her.
right?
The crash again.
So she crashes. Wonderful. Did I do that? Oh, right, that's the wrong character. Alright, any movement?
Not really, no. I'll stay put.
Actually, I need to do one more thing because I forgot a thing. Nope, doesn't matter. It's funny. Alright, well, in that case, if you don't do anything else, Robert, it is indeed your turn. Your back is to the door, and she's in front of you.
But she is held in place, right?
She's not held in place. It's more like you just like see as she suddenly starts fighting with her own body. Yeah. Like it doesn't help you in any way. It just makes her life a pain. And mine as well.
I'm gonna shoot at the dwarf.
Alright. Go for it.
22.
Yeah.
17
What
damage.
the fuck
Yeah.
is that damage?
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
There's
right.
a hole in the ship. She flies through it.
Actually, yes, as a warning, like right now you're in cargo hold. If you miss any attacks, the most you're gonna do is need to repair like a little bit of wood. If you start shooting and missing in an engineering department, that's gonna be bad. But you're not there, so don't worry.
What's the extra 4? What's the 3 is from your Well, I'll ask you later.
That's big dick energy, my friend.
That is
yeah.
big dick energy.
Where am I?
BDE.
That's there is gunslinger in there. There's intelligence bonus in there, and then there's the fucking mag pistol that hurts like a
Intelligence
truck.
bonus, or that's okay.
Yeah,
Everyone
that's
is-
from a focus.
See, okay.
instead of
Right. So it is a non-lethal weapon. So basically, what happens is you just put a rubber bullet in the middle of her forehead. There's gonna be a giant bruise over there, and she just collapses on the spot, immediate unconscious.
All right, that's one problem.
Bobby,
less.
one shot, one kill.
Actually, I mean, you would have had a -2 to hit because the Grey Elf is getting in your way, but it doesn't matter. It's still an 18 to hit.
Is she
Okay.
dead with that X or just
Oh,
unconscious?
right, sorry, wrong thing. Dead, unconscious. There we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna very calmly say, Dalu, if you don't mind taking care of this one here in front of me.
All right.
Sure.
No, I don't
very
say your
chill.
name. I don't say your
Oh,
name.
thank you.
Sure.
I just say, please take care of this one.
Miles, suddenly
nice.
panic, the ship is falling down, everybody run away around you, you're alone on the bridge.
I just sit like the dog in the meme. This is fine. No, So, first question: how much is it to jump down, and how much is it gonna hurt me?
It depends on what you roll, but you're basically like jumping 2 meters, so it's not gonna be too hard.
Okay,
It's gonna save you
And
like 1 meter of
much?
movement.
like I need this much movement, 4 meters. To get
You
down?
need like if you jump or if you go.
Like what's the usual route that I need to do?
The
to
usual
get out of
route
the building?
is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're outside of the door.
5 and I'm outside of the door.
Yes.
I mean, you could just jump onto the halfling.
Yeah, if you jump, it's gonna be a roll and 4 meters, and you're outside of the door.
Okay.
No, I mean, just fall down with your knee into his face.
He can't. The halfling
No,
is
no,
under
no,
the
no.
walkway.
Okay, so
you don't
I'll
even
try.
see him.
And yeah. So I'll try and jump.
Sure, make me an evasion thing. Actually, no, make me whatever, like exert with dexterity. DC 6.
10.
Wonderful. Yes, 4 meters. You're outside of the door.
And now I need to jump down, right? Like,
No. You're right next to Lance on the 2nd floor.
oh, I wanted to like. Okay,
To
okay.
exert for jumping down? No?
Yeah, this is from the 3rd floor to the
Yes.
2nd floor. Now I
Yes.
want to
Ah.
jump down to the 1st floor.
You can't jump to the 1st floor because the bridge does not have a 1st floor.
No, but from here.
No,
now.
from here. I jumped already once, right? And now I'm out of the
Oh,
door.
you want to jump again?
Yeah.
You don't see the halfling, just for the reference.
Mm.
He's below you, beneath the walkway, quietly twitching. I can't put him under there because this is a flat map. It doesn't have layers. So
Yeah. Okay, I see her. She's already taken care of.
like the old elf is kind of like doing this hand motions as if invoking a spell, but it's not her turn yet, so nothing happened. But you don't know about that? I know what I said it.
Shit. Like, I can't get to her, not directly. I'm gonna move then. I have 5 meters to move over here. Then I will. 5 meters. Move
Is it
over.
5? If you want to move past Lance, it's double.
It's double. So
Yes.
okay, so 1 less.
Yes.
The music
So
is way
there.
too relaxing.
Okay. Oh, I don't even.
I mean,
hear.
nothing bad is happening. It's completely chill.
Okay.
Look at
so
Robert.
now I could probably see her, right?
Yes.
Here's a question.
Mhm.
Can I hold in one hand my sun baton, but then like it's not telekinetically, but telekinetically use my other sword?
Yes. I mean, it's a one-handed weapon, so.
Yeah, so I don't have to like use a round to switch weapons, right?
I don't know how Mage Blade works. It's up to you. What does it say in your foci? Like, Is it a proper weapon? Like, which weapon did you have out when you started the fight?
I mean, I have the stun baton readied.
Do you?
But this is the whole focus.
Summoned or dissipated as an on-turn action, so yeah, basically nothing.
Yeah, okay.
So I can basically dual wield, right? Like stun baton won't happen, but technically control the other one.
Sure, yes.
Okay. She's hurt. Did anyone hurt her?
You don't know?
Like, does she look
No.
injured, bloodied?
No.
She could probably take a hit, right? Yeah, she will. Okay, so I'll...
I do look bloodied. Maybe
yeah,
that
you
gives
look
you a
bloodied.
hint.
That's why. Yeah, well, that makes me more concerned going for her. Not
Like,
for
actually,
the
you don't
old
look
woman that-
bloodied, you're just like kind of like shaking on your legs.
Ah,
Because she didn't stab you, she psychically
Yeah, that's
stabbed
true.
you or whatever.
psychically stabbed you.
Yes.
That's basically what all girls do.
She dissed me.
Yeah, I'll summon Solus right next to her and slash, like there's a slash going right onto her. So,
Okay.
17.
Did I? No, fair enough. I guess at that angle. Yes, that does hit her, and it's like your shadow mixes with her shadow, and
I think it is. I think it's missing 2 damage.
why would it
Right.
miss 2 damage?
Because I add my stab to the damage, but now I can use my charisma from the mage blade, I think.
Does Mage Blade allow you to use your charisma?
Yes.
All right, Tal.
I'll fix this.
Yes,
For now, it's a 10.
yes, please. All right, Dalu. The elf is being stabbed in front of you by shadow blades, mage blades.
Yeah, after what Bobby said to target the elf, basically sniper rifle in Dalu's hands at the folding stock on it allows it to condense a bit. It just falls on a bit of rope around his shoulder, and he pulls from you know the folding stock. He's just basically letting go of the sniper rifle. And he's pulling out a stowed weapon, Mac pistol, from like a holster on his back,
Okay.
and then just pulls it out and points at the back of the head of the elf, and just
Right.
goes, "I'm on it," and then shoots her in the back of the head. with a
That's
stone.
-2 to hit.
Mhm.
You're using little ammo, right?
It's sting ammo as well.
Did you buy 2 magazines of sting ammo?
I did. I can actually show you if you look at my character sheet too. But if
Sure.
you
I'm gonna trust you on that.
I bought, what was it? I think it was 18 or maybe 24 sting ammo.
You have
or-
misunderstood how sting ammo works. You don't buy sting bullets, you buy sting magazines.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
So like six magazines.
You
Of a
buy a magazine for a specific gun. If the gun has 6 shots, you buy a 6-shot sting magazine for 100 credits for the gun. If the gun has 1 shot, you buy 100 credit, 1 bullet sting magazine for the gun. So if you bought 18 thingies, it's like 18 magazines, so 1800 credits. Alternatively,
not
Yes.
3 magazines of 6 bullets.
No,
It's not that.
no,
Okay, right.
no. You pay 100 credits for a magazine for a specific gun.
Yeah, I think I've confused myself with that.
Well,
So I actually have,
it might have been me as well,
but I have enough for. I at the very least 100% have a magazine of Mac sting ammo.
sure.
100%. I know that much, but I'll have to get rid of some. of them.
Tal, you can use talk.
But shoots the back.
You can use talk to myself to do it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so it's okay. I shoot the back -2.
Yes, -2.
Yep. Come on.
second. 16. So is -2. 16 does hit.
Nice.
So. But as kind of like your bullet connects with her like shadowy armor, you do see that it heavily negates the impact of your gun.
Okay. Is she still standing?
Yes, she's still standing. She's
She's
still
still
convulsing.
standing,
Any moment?
No.
All right. Well, the dwarf is out. Boy, what can I do here?
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Does she have the same role as me? Because PCs go first if initiative is tied.
Yes, he does.
Then
Okay,
can I go?
for it. Yes.
Seeing that most of the things seem somewhat under control in this circumstance, I am just going to look at the old lady and without any gesture send a telekinetic shot at her.
Turn.
Go for it.
I'm not aiming for a lethal area, but I mean, it is a lethal kind of weapon,
Roll
so
it. She's in a cell -2.
Yeah, that's good.
Isn't
don't
she
have-
still locked up? Or
She's
Yeah,
locked
she's
up.
still locked
Yes.
up, but she's casting a spell, and I
yeah,
would like
she's
to
missing. Yeah.
interrupt that if I can. Not if I can. No, I can't.
Like you try to regress the power of your blast, and because of that, it kind of hits the bars and dissipates over the bars, kind of bending them slightly, but not reaching her. Any moment?
Yes. With this having happened, I don't want to let go of the bridge for too long. I am going to blink right back into my seat. I know I can't do anything, but just to see basically on the monitors what is happening, if they have closed up and all that kind of shit for next turn then, I guess.
Wonderful.
That'll be the end.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Well. Alright. So again, the dwarf is unconscious. The halfling. What can the halfling do? Guess the halfling suddenly appears over here, still on the ground, kind of like twitching, jumping all around. Now you might see like a halfling on the ground going like having an epileptic seizure.
These motherfuckers.
He can't teleport there.
Why?
He can't see there because he's under the walkway and he's never been up there.
He has been right next to it.
That doesn't matter. He only spots he's been to. Or he can see.
He saw it when he teleported like here, I guess, right?
Yeah. It doesn't matter if you've seen it previously. You need to have been there, or you need to be able to see it that turn, or no game.
You can see the side, I guess, maybe.
You can see us.
He's
on it,
he's
can he?
underneath the walkway, is what Dan said.
Yeah, he is. Alright, I will remember this.
Can't he like port in the air and like?
He's gonna
This has been used against me.
over
I'm going
here.
to use it.
Anything you say can.
I haven't used this against you yet, so I will make sure to do so in the future. And I think that's all he can do right now because he is affected by the spell and can't do crap yet. Alright. The old elf like does towards you, Winnow, and absolutely nothing happens.
Okay.
At least her bracelets are
Top
working.
of the
Yeah,
round.
at least one of them is working.
Top of the round. Winnow, decide what spell you're casting. I'm gonna make some rolls.
Yeah, can you
Bobby,
move like out of the way, maybe?
how hurt are you? I can't see your
Fuck
buff for some
shit.
reason. Like, are you?
Move one down so we can see for a second, or like
Oh
that.
fuck, Bobby's like.
Fuck
really
my
hurt.
life.
Okay.
Yeah.
I start casting.
He looks very
reinforced
shook.
tissue at second level. Heal bot activated.
I also want everybody in the cargo hold once again to make an evasion saving throw.
Okay.
And Vinal, which spell are you casting? Sorry.
Reinforced tissue level
Wonderful.
2.
Okay,
Heal bot.
great. So, evasion.
Oh, nice, guys. Oh, almost.
Take.
But it was still fucking cool move. Like I took so much
Vinal,
damage.
make me physical saving throw. As Dalu gets knocked back into you.
Dalu, why
Yes.
would you do that? Wait a sec.
Your spell casting is
no.
your spell casting is interrupted.
Oh, shit.
What is making this happen?
Dalu just flew into him at full speed.
No. I mean Dalu.
The ship is
evasion
still
save.
falling down.
It's still on a downward.
Yeah.
But they aren't
Happy
holding on
piloting.
to anything, or okay, sure.
They had been fighting, so top of the round. I decided. Let me make a couple more rolls as well.
Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Get out of the way!
The halfling gets dragged up the stairs and into the door. And the
Oh fuck no!
elf
Not Kartoffel!
smacks into Dalu from the other side. Halfling takes.
So Winnow is grabbing onto banisters.
Yes,
and is,
basically,
like,
and he just got
catching
hit
myself
by
in the
two
elf.
people. So if you smacking into him didn't interrupt his casting, two people smacking into him, I think definitely interrupts his spell casting.
Well, and I can't hold on to something while going
yeah,
which way we
well,
want.
that as well. So let's just say you all collapse in a pile. But the good news is it's the elf's turn. She's twitching on top of you. That's all she can do.
Awesome.
I'm like, ooh, get off.
Yeah, Winnow, it's your turn. What do you do?
So I just wasted my action.
Yes.
I'll go back a little bit.
You climb from under Dalu.
Like if I go right here, would I still see everything? Or is that behind the door?
You will
already?
see the walkway, you won't see the halfling. Yeah, you're going into the bridge right now. Yes.
Well, actually, I'll go. I don't know, like right here. Should be enough distance, I guess.
Yeah, that does
Next
sound-
round, the halfling will tumble into you.
no, the ship was going down.
No, I'll turn it right now. Let's go.
Yes, sure. All right.
he's like a pinball flying around.
That's it.
Yeah, Robert. There's like a little bit of
Yeah,
a
I
mess
feel-
of people in
I
front of
feel
you.
like if we just wait long enough, the halfling will just lose consciousness from collision. Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, Shadow Lady is a danger. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot at her.
I go for it. Well, luckily for you, she got knocked out of melee range with you, so your gun is unimpeded. And you
Kaboom.
can shoot free.
That's
Yes,
maximum
damage.
damage.
How does it happen?
Just.
Actually, wait.
Yeah.
That's non-lethal, right?
Yeah. It's not-
She has
No,
quite a
she's
bit
not
of
unconscious. Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
she is.
But
That's crazy.
yeah, she's now twitching a lot less than she was twitching before. Any moments you would like to do?
No, I'm just gonna, honker.
Hunker.
Just hold on tight.
Alright, fair enough.
So I.
Yeah, if you wanna use
Yeah,
your
she can
movement,
teleport, it
if you
doesn't
wanna
matter.
use your movement to like grab onto the banister, I'll give you an advantage next round for the evasion.
Yeah. I wanna like lock in with one
Yeah,
arm
good idea.
and you use it as a fist to stabilize my shooting
wonderful.
hand.
Wonderful. All right, Miles.
Yeah, that's my turn.
It's your turn. There's a bit of a
I'm going-
clusterfuck.
Yeah, I am going to dash to the halfling.
Dash.
Yeah,
Do you need
Like-
to?
Yes.
it's like 12 meters.
Okay.
13 with Winnow in the way. So
All right, you are all
Yeah.
there.
Kartoffel and Watanabe are in danger. I must stop him.
Okay. Right. In that case, we are with Dalu.
Question: if this dark grey elf is prone on the ground, that's right? Is she prone?
Not really. No,
Not really. No. Okay.
it's just for flavor.
And she has, so far I've seen her using melee. She has these.
Yes, you've
sword
seen
type.
her do that a whole one time.
Yeah, but she's still twitching.
She is twitching. Yes.
So I walk away from her.
All right. Yeah. I mean, she's twitching, so she can't take attack of opportunity at him, sadly.
Oh yeah.
And then I walk back and just point the mag pistol at her head and shoot her in the face.
All right. Go for it.
Non-lethal, right? Wait.
Yeah,
It's
non-lethal.
swing rounds. There's no.
Yeah.
Maybe you should
Non-lethal,
an eye
we
out.
shoot her in the face.
Aim for her eye. She doesn't need that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like a rubber bullet. I mean, this probably should be lethal.
Rubber can be lethal if it's shot from
Yes.
close.
Okay. So there we go.
Honestly, any rubber that
warrior.
rolls and 19 points of damage should be lethal, but you do all of this with like this exaggerated movement, and you shoot, and you just see like a little bit of shadow next to her, kind of like scatters, and there's just ground beneath it.
Okay.
Like
I
her form has
will-
been splattered and kind of like disembodied slightly by Robert, and you thought it was her. It wasn't her. It wasn't her leg. It was ground.
I 100% that warrior ability. I would
All
like
right,
to.
you have that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
I would like to. Nope that.
Nope.
Never happened.
Yeah. Okay. That's fiction. Never happened.
Or he shoots again.
Right. And with this, you do knock her out unconscious.
Hell yeah.
Wonderful. This is good. This is good. All right. Lance, it is your turn. As far
What?
as you know, the other ship has not found you yet.
I don't see anyone in combat range, anything like that.
No.
I am going to like pull us up so it's more straight and start turning rightwards, basically, to
Right.
still get a
So
new
is the
course,
ship
stabilize-
level, or are you doing this with it? Like basically, do you want people to get knocked around or not?
It's
You
so
can turn like this or like this.
It's so tempting.
Come
but I'm
on,
not doing it.
let's
No,
have the
turning
half
this or this,
knocked out.
like I think this is your doesn't knock people around. You need to roll or pitch.
Yeah, no, I'm just doing the non-knocking one.
It's called
basically.
yaw.
Aw.
Yeah, very good. Thank you for
Yaw.
the.
It's
I've never heard that.
YAW. Yes,
Never
like
heard
this
that.
moment of playing.
And after having set that in
Yes.
place, I will teleport back into the cargo hold
All right, wonderful.
and take a look around just to see how things are going. Seems to be
Well,
going all right for now.
Yes.
That's the end of my turn.
Unconscious. The halfling. Yabba-dabba-doo.
Do I need to make a pilot check for my maneuver beforehand? For the
Not for this
evasion?
maneuver.
Okay.
Do. The halfling is gonna blink in front of you, Miles, and appear over there. He can see that.
Mother fucking. I'm
And he is now twitching right next to Robert again.
gonna fucking throw my stun button, I swear to god.
Looks like I gotta shoot them all.
It is one thing he can do is not give you the pleasure of it, Capitan.
There's no like attack of opportunity when he does this shit.
No, teleportation does not provoke attacks of opportunity.
Alright.
Should not want to set that precedent, okay? You do not want that.
Alright. The old elf does another ineffectual hand movement gesture that seems to have no outcome. Round 4. Let's see. Will you ever? Alright, wonderful. The halfling stops twitching, though he continues to jump around. Jump around. Jump around. I don't know. Does this? Alright.
I'll start the heal bot again. Round 2.
Da. Alright. Yeah, you do that. Elf is unconscious. Winnow.
Oh yeah, nice. No one to interrupt me.
So you kill the elf, right?
Kill.
And the dwarf.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's a bad
Who are you
roll,
hitting?
holy shit.
Bobby,
Ugh.
of course.
Okay. Any movement?
Yeah.
Thank you. I do get a strain from that, right?
Yes.
Yep. I
Okay.
want to get out of the way. Actually, if I move here, can the elf still see me?
Which one? The old one? Yes.
Yeah, but she can't really do anything. We've established that.
Yet.
Who knows? Maybe she will succeed one day.
I'll do it anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
Wonderful. Bobby.
Well, I'm gonna point at the half elf right in
Half-
front of me, twitching.
You mean
Halfling.
halfling?
Halfling. Yeah,
He's not
shit.
twitching.
He's not half elf. He's half ling.
Yes, stop
Okay.
twitching, by the way.
Well, he's still bobbing around. So
Yes.
does that do anything?
Bobby around.
He's still bobbing
modified?
around.
Not for you.
Not for you. No.
So
I'm
it's,
taking
it's
that ability
minus
soon.
2 because he's up close, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think you put
Well-
a reminder.
Can you move like before?
Come on.
shooting?
Okay. Do I say the cool line before I roll or after?
Before you
after
roll.
Okay.
If you want to be really cool, then before you roll. If you want to be safe, cool, then after you roll and see the outcome.
Yeah, you don't look behind for
All right.
explosions.
I'm gonna look at the halfling and say, "Hey, you wanted to talk all the time. Here's what I gotta say." And then I just point my gun at his face.
Go for it.
What?
Okay. That's a lot.
Yeah.
And as an instant action, he's gonna make it so that as you discharge the gun, he is not there. And reappears there is a moment the bullet kind of hits the ground beneath him.
Can you do this all the time? Because if he is,
No,
he's gonna
this
be a
is the
motherfucker.
once per edition. Sorry.
No backseat DMing, please. Alright, I think that's all you can do, Robert, unless you want to move. And you've noticed that the ship has righted, so...
Nah, I'm okay.
Okay.
Player action.
Interesting. Alright, Miles.
You hear Miles cuss underneath his breath. Ah, motherfucker. Do I just step right kill him because he's a pain in the ass?
I mean, if you don't hit him, if he's just bleeding out, it's fine. Just don't aim like for his neck or some shit.
Lethal, and we can still patch him up, right? If
As
I
long
get him
as
down.
you don't headshot something, probably.
No, I'm not gonna hit you. Okay, I will walk. Yeah, I can't more than this. Okay, so I'm just gonna 5 meter over here. And then I'm gonna Mage Blade at him.
Okay, yeah, go for it. I will say, yeah, I will say he has a little bit of cover from that angle, and
Who?
the
The
halfling, yes,
Really?
yes,
Alright.
but it doesn't matter. You miss. Like your blade again, like passes as he like kind of phases, like pretty much through it, and he just reappears in the same place.
Yeah, so I guess the 6 shock damage doesn't.
No, his AC is higher right now at least.
I definitely need to up that AC shock.
Let's see. How does this work? Right, doesn't matter. All right, Dalu, it is your turn.
Yeah, with the is the halfling facing away from me and towards Bobby?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay. Mag pistol up and shoot him in the back.
Yeah, go for it.
He blinks away. You shoot Bobby.
Let's hope.
So you do that while I quickly read something.
Oh come on!
13 again. Probably not it.
Definitely not it.
No, 13 is a wide miss.
Shit. I was gonna be like, oh, Oracle Schmoracle.
What
When I
did
hit
you
them.
roll? I mean, you rolled a 5? Oh, 1d20. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, learn to roll, I guess.
Pretty much.
Get good, boy.
1 second. Right, I see. All right. Yeah, that's definitely a miss. Sorry about that.
Yep.
And I think you
All
used
good.
up your ability, so that's it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Unless you wanna move, we're gonna move to Lance.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Lance. There's still the elf in a cage who is still doing and trying
Yes,
Yeah,
he
something.
hasn't. You didn't say that at the top of the round.
Unless stated otherwise, I assume that the DM spellcasters are always spellcasting.
Okay.
I will use that against you.
No, you have only one character to run.
Good one.
Do I even try and shoot at this? I mean, I probably recognize this technique from the academy. Maybe.
Do you want to investigate it? I know that you as a player
No.
recognize it, but as a character, that's...
I mean, it's my fucking focus is in this specific psychic
Sure.
technique.
What
So,
level is it?
but it's 1 level higher than I am.
Oh, maybe.
Um,
You are getting closer, so yeah. Let's say you... you don't recognize it, but you...
I recognize the nature of it.
Yes.
I don't want to shoot at that. My chances are likely low. Honestly, I feel like my team has got this. I don't think he can... No, I don't think he's got this. So I am just blinking back into the cockpit and seeing how Bobby was holding on. Oh god. Fuck it, why not? I want to do a barrel roll. And knock everyone who doesn't hold on up against the roof and back down.
Right. So everything as a cargo
chaos.
hold make thingies.
Do I need to make a pilot check or no?
No, not
For
for
that.
this. You were wrong pilot check for the evasion, not for... Like,
Okay.
maneuvers, come on. You can do them
Come
with
on.
your eyes
Oh no,
blind.
guys!
Gosh,
Guys,
darn it.
no!
Look at that.
Oh no, it's going wrong! The
Alright.
plan isn't working
Do you
anymore.
remember
That's
that
why you
time
always
when
hold
we-
on when you're fighting on a ship.
Remember that
Bobby,
time
the
when we
only
just started
responsible
flying
one.
around the ship
I'm
and
counting
Lionel
on
made a
Bobby to
wave?
take out the halfling. Who's gonna take out Lance?
No, I think the halfling is just gonna tumble until his unconsciousness.
Maybe he's also gonna get knocked around real nice. I'm
Which
hoping
side
to...
are you doing a barrel roll? Are you turning clockwise? Like, you know
Clockwise.
All right. Okay, so that's everybody except Bobby failing, which basically means that like Dalu, you get this, you get knocked into the wall and fall down to the first deck. Oh wow! Take 6 points of damage. Miles basically does the same 10 points of damage. The old elf in her cell, where's she? I don't know why I have that open. Obviously fails because she's an old elf in the cell, but she's in a cell, so she doesn't get knocked around that much. The dwarf, who is unconscious on the ground, gets smacked twice, and now you see as she lands down, her neck is like this.
Uh-oh.
And the grey elf basically same, smacks up and down. And she's now here. The halfling. Actually, like for how do I want to do this?
Can we stabilize the dwarf?
I mean, didn't Dan just say her neck snapped?
Yes.
I think he
So, I don't
insta-killed her.
think so.
Does falling damage give you 2 critical fails, or how does it work?
She's. Let's
She
put
was
it that way.
stable.
She took enough damage that it doubled her hit points. So there was basically
that also kills you in Stars Without Numbers.
the rule is generally like there's no specific rule, but the rule says like for the purpose of non-lethal is or more like for the purpose of bleeding out, it says like generally if the damage is massive enough, DM can decide that it kills the target outright. Killing somebody, like dropping somebody to 0 with a heavy weapon could be one such an example. Considering her tiny hit point pool and the damage I rolled when somebody get knocked 5 meters there and 5 meters here.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Gotcha.
Right. Yeah, and halfling gets knocked around as well. Boof. All right. Lance,
I need
you
to be knocked
teleported
around.
back. Second?
I think I need to take damage.
Oh, yeah, I didn't tell you. Apologies.
I missed it, but I.
No, I don't think I told you. I didn't. I missed your roll. Sorry. 5 damage to you.
And do I stay put, or where am I flying?
Nah.
Whee.
Make me actually like Miles, Dalu, and Windle make me a physical saving throw as well. Like basically, if you succeed, you stay where you are right now. If you fail, you fall to the first deck. Yeah, so 2 of you fail, and Windle stays where he is. And for the halfling, finally, he succeeded something. Right, Lance. As you teleport back into the seat and do this, you see the ship on a scanner under combat range. At the very edge of it. But you are at the pilot seat, so you don't have like time to scan it or figure out what it does. You could do that with your next action, or try to. Dwarf is dead. The halfling kind of gets up from his knees, like still jumping around in front of you, Bobby. He can do this and this, but he can't. Yeah, he can't. Alright. What he can do is he's gonna use. Well, he's not gonna use anything for this. He's gonna look at the grey elf below him, look ahead through the open door at the bridge. And
She's unconscious. She can't be
she is
teleported.
unconscious. I know. That's what I'm talking about. And Robert, you hear him mutter quietly, "I'm sorry, my love. I will return for you. They will pay." And he blinks and lands. You see him appear basically below you, right? Plastered against the glass of the bridge as his eyes seek the horizon, and you hear a tiny squeal as he notices the ship, and he's gonna commit his last 2 points of effort to use the level for teleportation ability.
He can't teleport again. It's always a move action teleportation if he uses it like that.
Unless he
can't use
uses
twice.
rift duplication or whatever that thing does. Rifted duplication.
He's a boss. It's a boss fight.
It allows him to jump another time on the turn, but he can do it only alone. He can't take anybody with him. And he disappears from sight.
2 out of 4 ain't bad, right?
For the purpose of this, we're out of initiative. And I would like you to make a quick decision. Do you attempt
Death. I'm
to
sorry.
pursue the ship that you have seen enter combat range, or do you let it leave?
Cap, your call.
How long do we have to decide?
Well, a minute in real time.
In real time or game? Like game time? How
In
much is
game
it?
time. Yes.
Okay. Sure. Then Miles will run into the cockpit, sit in the captain's seat. Let's get our third passenger back. A third prisoner back. What say you, Lance? You're muted.
I am checking the rules first. 1 second.
Bobby.
I would
Lawyer
advise
him
you
back in
to
here.
do that after the combat. After the session.
I will.
It might change a lot.
I will take care of getting the unconscious one tied up and starting to attempt to reassemble the necklace.
And the old one is still
On the
doing
Grail,
thing?
she didn't have a necklace.
No, but there's a necklace here in the room
Yeah,
that she broke off of the.
I don't know
Oh.
if she broke it.
No,
or if
she broke
opened
that necklace and it's basically lying somewhere in the happenings cage.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna tie her up, bind her eyes so she cannot see anything. I will tie her arms and feet together behind her back, so she's essentially just like lying with her belly on the ground with all limbs backwards
wonderful.
and blinded, and put her into the cell and lock it.
We don't. What about you?
I would cast some heals on the fly.
Yeah, you
And then
can
her
basically
body,
do as
I
many of
guess.
them as you want.
So there's
and
also
the-
no possibility to attempt to resuscitate the dwarf.
Unless
I
you
mean,
have resurrection spells, then no. She's dead.
So, okay.
She's not bleeding out, she's dead.
Mm-hmm. Well, Trigger has Revivify.
Well, Trigo's not here.
The old one.
Yes.
What is she doing?
She is grabbing the cells of the bar and looking at all of you with hatred in her eyes.
But she's not casting or shouting or
No.
whatever she did.
Make me no magic skill check quickly.
Mm. Wisdom?
Sure. Yeah.
It doesn't
That's
matter
perfectly
anyway.
fine. You get like a feeling that the one thing she's really good at is lying,
Mm.
and she was trying to distract you. And apparently
Okay.
she has succeeded with whoever put those colors on her. But like in hindsight, she was more copying somebody she saw cast a spell rather than actually casting a spell.
Okay, that's cool.
So we could as well. No.
Fuck.
Should we? We could theoretically just take off the necklace off of her and put it on Shadow Lady.
Yeah, you could. Well, if you knew how to remove that necklace without breaking it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You can try and figure it out, but, well, I mean, you still work with arcanotech. This is arcanotech.
Yeah. Can I? Yeah. So. Oh, never mind. I already said. That I move that tie up the Shadow Lady and
Yeah.
put her
I'm just
back
gonna put
into
her in
the.
herself. Okay.
Yeah. In this. Yeah.
Yeah, like her cell wasn't damaged or anything, so it's, as far as cells go, fully functional.
Like she's blinded,
yeah,
tied up, gagged.
Yes, everything.
Stunned.
Do make me, let's say, a survival intelligence check for basically like how well you tie up those knots and everything. And a reminder for everybody who gets healed, you get 1 strain for each heal.
Can I
that's not bad.
help him? Never mind.
Just
Like
so I know, did you
literally
heal
just-
me as well, or no?
Yes. Well, it is his thing,
Everybody
so.
got healed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dalo, what are you doing?
Dalu like got off the floor, was gonna say to Bobby about is he okay taking care of
But he's already
the
done that.
grey elf? Yeah, but he's did that.
Oh
and
yeah.
then
I'll while doing that, I will say go sit in the gun seat. I'll take care of this mess here.
the gun. Okay, fair enough.
Alright.
But he was gonna go comms. He'll go to gun seat and sit.
Whatever you can.
Yeah.
I as a player don't know what your best skill set is, so I will just tell you, just go.
No, I think
I'll
the
take
gun
care of
seat
it.
makes the most.
Just go be you.
Can I
Go
ask
be
what if I did get healed? Which one was? Oh, you named it. Okay.
It says.
sorry.
It says.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. So.
Thank you. No, the second one fails. No, what happens when the system strain is full? I go unconscious.
If the system strain is full, the spell does nothing. It just you've
So
wasted basically.
The third one would put me to 3. The second one, I mean, the rolled 8 would put me to
Wait, you
system
have
strain
3?
3.
You have 3
Yeah.
system strain.
Yeah.
No.
I have already one.
Oh right. Wow.
This.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that was a waste. of
What
spell
happened?
slot.
So,
Nothing.
so like the one that takes him from 2 to 3 still works or just
Yes.
doesn't work?
And the one that takes him from 3 to 4 doesn't work.
But
Wait,
he-
how?
You only
Okay,
casted it
yeah.
twice on Bobby.
I
What?
think
Yeah,
I
in
No,
that
no,
case,
no,
it
no.
goes.
I would. I have. Wait. I have one system strain that from the first heal
Yes.
that he gave me, and those would be 2 more system strains,
Yes.
and then I would be at full system strain.
Yes. You can go to full system strain.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
But
what I
don't
told
lose-
you like a couple sessions ago. They are fucked up. You don't go unconscious. Like there are specific situations where a system strain puts you unconscious, but apparently this is not
Okay,
one of them,
gotcha.
and I missed the rules. That's why. Yeah, it just
So I'm.
Yeah.
So I'm at full system strain, but I'm fully
full
healed.
system strain, full health. You're fine.
Okay.
How do you calculate strain? Max strain. that you
Constitution
can-
score.
Just the score, not the
Yes.
attribute.
Yes.
Okay,
So like,
have
if your
3?
score is 11, then that's your system strain.
that's 11. Okay.
The character sheet does it for you, basically. All right. So,
myself. Fuck.
I imagine you're in pursuit of that other ship.
Mhm.
Wonderful. Let's do this. This is more a chase rather than combat, but whatever. We have everything here. So you can move yourself into departments if you want to be there, move yourself from the departments if you don't want to be there. But Hanabi is not on the comms, it's Dalo. And let's
Well, I went gunner. Yeah.
Yeah, so you move yourself wherever you want, and please, what's the name? Just Lance, make me a thingy.
Initiative.
I'm
Wait,
so good.
D8.
I think I have it somewhere.
It's just a D8, right?
I think plus dexterity, but for you, yeah.
Yeah.
I had it somewhere. Pretty sure.
Staying in the cargo bay with my new rifle.
Now, what was it? Generic. Where's my lamp? Oh, there we go. Yeah. I mean, this is just a placeholder, basically. Oh fuck. Yeah, whatever.
So in order to get him back, we gotta take out their engine, go on board,
So
fight everyone else, and take the halfling alive.
That seems like a lot of effort. I mean, we're not getting paid at anyway, right?
Why not?
If you retrieve him, you are getting paid.
If we are, yeah, if we retrieve him, we get.
Add your initiative to the tracker. I mean, not that it matters.
We are? Why?
She died.
One died. I thought we are not
Oh,
getting
I
paid
added
if
it to
one
the wrong
dies.
one. I'm sorry.
Alright, we'll talk about that later. You're deciding what you want to do with Halfling. So,
But it would be important for the argument to be made.
Yeah, because if we are not
the
being
argument
paid
was
anyway-
you are paid to deliver. It doesn't matter
Oh.
if they die, assuming that you cannot be blamed for their death.
Oh,
Them
okay.
dying
Sorry.
during an escape,
Yeah.
like you would have
Yeah.
a really strong hand to argue
Evidence.
that Lance's actions and her death was accidental as a consequence of her escape.
Okay.
You might have to
Yeah.
talk about it, but
Yeah.
she
But
did try
there's
to
like
escape.
video footage and all that
Yes,
stuff.
yes.
Yeah. Thank you for clarifying.
Yes, and if you recover Halfling again, you will get paid for it.
Do you guys think
If
we'd
we
get
don't-
paid
we don't-
for the others if we didn't have the halfling? So we'd get paid like
No,
3
we
out of
have to
4
make full delivery.
full.
No. You can leave and get paid for Halfling only, or for 3 people only.
Oh, okay.
You get paid 50,000 credits for each delivered.
Well, I guess then it's just, do we consider
Lance, how
that
much do you want
50K?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
It's important
Risk,
or not.
risk
Well,
reward.
okay, you're on the
50,000.
bridge. You have time to discuss this because combat is long. It is your turn because, well, 5-5. So yeah, decide what actions you'd like to take. Are you chasing the ship? Not? Or what do you do?
So, in order to get another 50,000 credits, we'll have to take down their engine specifically, board the ship, kill everyone except the halfling, get him in. Correct?
Sounds like it. Yeah.
But we
They
can
might
bonus.
surrender if we get their weapons and their engine.
As long as
Threaten
this
to blow
is,
them up.
yeah.
We have one less revengeful half, whatever he is, after us.
Oh, he might be still plotting. I'm not there. Shutting the fuck up.
Worst
Oh, I'm
case
not
scenario,
there either. Fuck.
they don't surrender. We shoot them out of the air. Or leave them dead.
Is our comms also recorded?
that guy.
The only recording
Oh.
is basically the black box in the cells.
Mm-hmm.
And they might ask to review your cameras, but as far as I know, you don't have cameras on the bridge.
So, but we do have would the drones records for the cargo be on the
Yes, yes.
fine? Okay. So we don't have our stuff.
Right, let's try, shall we? Let's put Watanabe on comms, let's put Dalu on guns.
And just so you know, just so you're taking it into account that we'd be involving ourselves in whatever these things are. But that's obvious, I think.
Actually,
We already have, I suppose.
maybe we should put Bobby on the other gun? I don't know. Okay.
Figure that out once you make a decision if you want to chase them
Yeah,
down or
we're
not.
chasing.
Yeah.
No, we're chasing. That's for sure.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
look,
gone
look,
for
what
like
can
10 minutes to clean up the mess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
What-
around is 15 minutes, so.
Okay.
Watanabe will be on the comms. Winnell has been trusted on the guns before, but if you want Bobby to be on the gun, then maybe like Winnell would have to be in engineering.
Why am I not in engineering? I am the fixer.
Yes. We need to catch up first anyway. This first turn, Bobby should be on the engines.
And I'm literally
give us-
almost there.
He should give us speed.
And I'm watching the prisoner. Because, I don't know.
Yeah,
Until
watch the
somebody tells me
the shadow
something
lady and knock her
Yeah.
out if she comes back to consciousness.
else. Well, I can't knock her out, but... that's
It's gonna
another-
be in a
Take
very,
a chair
very
and knock
weak
it over her head.
She's gonna be in a very
You
weak
can make it
state.
twitch again.
I don't know how to do that.
Take a chair and smack it. Come on, believe in yourself.
He's bound.
I have a big rifle.
It's
and I wanna
like
try it.
it's like smashing a snail. It's right there. No, it's fine.
So I'm going first. 2 action points just because. Well, it's Starfinder, whatever. And then, who do I need to support this round? The bridge, for getting up to them.
Bridge or engineering?
I'll support bridge. Yeah, let's support bridge. Right, bridge has 4, 4, and 3, and engineering has 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, let's support bridge. Okay. That's my turn.
All right. Who
Who's
goes
going
next?
Who do you want next?
Let's say Watanabe goes next and gets you 1 point.
3 points.
Okay.
This seems awfully low. Aren't we usually a lot more points?
Because you
So
haven't
usually
done any
I go
moments
and give you 3, but I'm gonna be taking, so this time Gunnery can generate points, for example.
yet. Can I gonna generate points?
Oh, just like any other, suppressive fire basically, or some shit too.
I guess.
What did I miss?
Nothing, we're getting points. We're
Okay.
trying to... Yeah.
So who goes next? Captain, your decision. Captain
Gunnery.
decides who goes next. All right,
Gunnery,
Gunnery, what do you do?
I mean, generating points. I think in the general actions, I suppose. Is it?
Yes.
But then, I thought they got reset on another turn.
Yeah, next turn.
So
But
there's
I'm
no
gonna go
point in
before that.
those,
I'm
no?
gonna use that to catch up to them.
Okay, I
These
see.
points.
Well, all right. So I suppose.
You can either do your duty or go above and beyond.
Yeah, that's what
Uh,
I'm looking at right now. I haven't used them. I'm just making sure I'm getting the risk right.
Yeah,
I've
guns
never
always-
gone above and beyond before.
Yeah.
Don't lower my pay grade. Okay. Can the gun swivel a lot? Can
Yes,
the gun
it's a
turn
turret.
all the way behind?
It's a
Just like
turret.
shoot some bullets behind, shoot the gun behind to give a force forwards. Like you're using above and beyond. Shoot behind the ship.
I will allow you to do that, but at a heavy negative modifier.
Okay. I think Dali wouldn't know how stupid that sounds, but it'd be cool. I'll do my duty and give 1 command point
Alright.
instead.
Wonderful.
Right, next is engineering.
How many command points do we have?
Currently we have 4. And we're counting on you to boost up all speed.
Yeah, I could boost engines. That would increase our ship's speed by 2 until the start of the ship's next turn.
I will only have 1 action of getting closer in that case.
So
At the
it
moment,
would-
I have 2 with 6 points. I could take 3 with 9, or we could take 1 with the +2 bonus.
What's the best?
I don't know.
I'd say boost the engines. Boost them.
Okay. So that's a fixed check with intelligence, if I read it
Yes.
correctly. And I can that. Very good. There we
How
go.
often do we get
Good
to
enough.
boost the
Wonderful.
DC8 is what we needed.
You literally need to roll double once to fail this. Fuck my life.
Holy shit.
Ah,
And technically, when you get it fixed to 3, you won't be able to fail it.
Oh boy, this is good actually.
I have a
Yes.
question. Did Watanabe, when he was doing his suit, give us any information on the enemy ship? On like what weapon it has, what kind of ship, that kind of deal.
Well, you say Watanabe is not qualified to do those things, so he is not qualified to do those things.
He can't read basic scanner
Yes,
information. It's
yes,
okay.
yes.
So it's my turn.
So you have.
I have 2 points and a -2, so I'm basically gonna be using 1 and a -2 to do 1 usage
Yes.
of pursuit.
Yes. Yeah, that's all you can do, right? So it's an opposed pilot.
Oh wait, I made a mistake. But it's also like we add our speed to this, right?
Yes, so you add +5 right now.
Yeah, that's like a fighter.
Yeah.
Can I see if we're pursuing a fighter?
They are pursuing. Basically, you're pursuing another light figure.
Okay. 16.
Holy fuck!
What the hell?
It's the +5.
Oh, fuck. Don't go over the table.
Are you winning, son?
Alright. This mass. Basic speed is. And skill level is. I decided. What's my notes? A plus. Okay. With great shock, you observe that you maintain distance, but you fail to close it.
I am not, honestly, I'm not surprised in the slightest after
Why?
after the little one had a level 4 teleportation skill.
I rolled a 17.
So I think this pilot is probably also going to be a level 4 pilot. You know, that
Oh.
kind of deal. We're dealing with these
Maybe.
kind of people.
Alright,
The level.
so that's your ship, right?
Yep, that was our turn.
That's our turn.
Our turn. So this is NPC, so it automatically generates me so many points, which means if the captain does that and that, I get 8.
4.
And I can try to escape from you twice, or I can try to do that thing.
I can do this, kill you, or this.
Тихо! Until the start of the ship's next turn. Yeah, I'm gonna spend 2 points to boost engines, which means I don't need to do that. Which means we equalize speed. So don't bother and roll me another intelligence pilot without any modifiers.
Yeah, straight.
Yeah, because you have 5, I have 5.
11.
5,
I mean, these are all good rolls.
It won't matter.
5, 5.
Well, we'll still get picked for the 3 of them, I guess.
Yeah.
And the ship
lucky
goes
enough.
off range.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
never mind.
We tried.
Alright.
Maybe shooting
GG?
at them would have been better, but they're too far away.
We haven't lost. It's 3 out of
You
Fallen.
see the ship disappear behind a cloud, and as you chase after it, swerving around the same place, you see just the empty sky, your scanners pinging off nothing. The halfling has escaped, for it is quite obvious that with what he has displayed and what the ship has displayed, this operation has been planned by people of sufficient skill and power. What this means for you, and whether you choose to further engage in handling those people, it's for you to decide. But you still have 3 prisoners to life, 1 dead, and you are merely 3 hours away from the ship that is supposed to take them over your hands, hopefully permanently.
I am
You
slightly
have
worried.
a little bit of
We,
time to consider your best course of action. Calculate cons and pros. And next week you'll tell me what it is. I think that's enough for tonight.